We get started stateside here from the best city in America, Jacksonville, FLA. It's a Hump Day, Stump Day Wednesday here on the program. And, buddy, we are loaded up for bear. All kinds of news and happenings in the sports world. And we will touch on them. It's what we do. We've got Daniel Murphy rejoining us after his week away for the Murphy Power Hour and some baseball talk, juicy Major League Baseball talk. I have put together the notebook. You baseball fans want to stick around for Daniel Murphy and his expert insight into the nobody loves with the passion of Daniel Murphy baseball like he does, at least not people that I've met. So looking forward to kicking a lot of things around, including, the team that winning keeps getting away. It got out of the way last night, and the Braves lost to the White Sox, but that's not really the story. It's Acuna pulls up, with a hamstring tightness again. This has happened already this year. He had a maybe only missed one game. He's been able to come back from it pretty quickly. The most remarkable thing about the Braves' record to this point is they're playing through problems. I mean, the pitching staff, we won't continue to name the guys that they haven't had since the beginning of the year. Drake Baldwin, who's might be their best pure hitter, has been out for weeks. Could be close to returning at catcher. Michael Harris has missed time. Acuna has missed time, and now he's going to be, status up in the air at least as they play a second game against the White Sox. So the cool moment, and unfortunately not cool at all if you're a Braves fan, the White Sox top prospect made his debut last night, a kid named Jalen Montgomery. He played collegiately at Texas A&M. Hit a walk-off, 10th inning, walk-off, 2-run homer in his Major League debut, and that was the difference. Raisel Iglesias got hit last night. It hadn't happened a ton, seems to be happening more, and the Braves, in rare form last night, they lose the close one. They give up the late lead, and they lose 6-5 on a rookie bomb. NBA Finals resumed tonight. Now, there was news yesterday, and I was thinking about this. And I think it's correct for the NBA to take just a little bit of extra caution. Now, this particular case with Jalen Brunson the other night doesn't necessarily fit this description. It's happened a couple of times already in the postseason. I believe it was the Minnesota series, wasn't it, where he was turning around with the basketball up high and he just elbowed, was it Naz Reid, one of those dudes, just right in the chops. He avoided a flagrant and any missed time for that one as they reviewed it. Meanwhile, the other night against the Knicks, there was a play where Brunson kind of ran into him up high. And the problem with Wemby is what's a general push-off for most of us, right? You push a guy off his shoulder, off his back. Well, Wemby goes to push, he's hitting somebody in the face, especially if that somebody is 6 feet tall. And he followed through. There was some intent there, don't get me wrong, but he kind of pushed Jalen Brunson in the face in that game the other night. And the NBA reviewed it. They said it's not a flagrant foul. So Wemby will be in the lineup tonight. That Knicks 13-game win streak came to an end. The Spurs' impressive streak of not losing 3 straight in well over a year continues. Can they get it back to San Antonio tied at 2 games apiece? We have an interesting historical note that's gone on so far. Road team has won each of the first 3 games. That never happens in the finals. Okay, I say never. It's only happened a couple of times. The road teams won the first 3 in, believe it or not, one of Jordan's series. The Bulls were the road team. They won 2 at Phoenix, and then Phoenix went back to Chicago and won a game there. And there's one more. See if I have it here. I do not. It's only happened 3 times, or 2 times, 3 now with the Knicks and the Spurs, the road team winning the first 3. No NBA Finals has ever started with the road team winning the first 4. And that's the challenge for Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs, against a Knicks team that they finally cooled down some. Can they keep the pressure on Jalen Brunson? Stephon Castle's done an excellent job D'ing him up physically from the moment he crosses the timeline. I have a feeling that Mike Brown's complaining about the officiating the other night will earn the Knicks 2 or 3 calls tonight they might not have otherwise gotten. So there's a method to that to that madness, there is a payoff for the implication of looking like you're crying about the officiating. I think it'll work. I do. Now, whether or not that plays into the outcome of tonight's game, we'll see. These have been 3 really good games. I also saw it's one of the few finals that the first 3 games have been decided in the last couple minutes. Been within whatever that point the spread is. So it's been an excellent start. I'm hoping for a Spurs win tonight just to make sure this thing goes longer. I'm thoroughly enjoying it as it carries us through the long dog days of summer, a period which we know includes the Jaguars minicamp, and they got on the field for the first time yesterday, and we get first official news on why Chris Rodriguez, the offseason addition via free agency at running back, has not been seen, and it's because, indeed, he does have a foot injury that we talked about. They're not referencing if it was anything lingering. They say it happened in the OTAs, but I will tell you he was bothered by a foot injury last year with Washington. Had a surgical procedure. We'll talk with Doc Kevin Murphy about it tomorrow, but accordingly, it would seem, at least as far as what the Jaguars say, he'll be a full go by the time we get here to July. So he has a little extra benefit of having played in Liam Cohen offense before, albeit at the college level with Kentucky. But no Chris Rodriguez there. It does open up some extra reps for some of the other running backs, and we mentioned that yesterday. So we get the official word there. Look, the buzzword around practice is how fluid and good the passing offense looks. Every time we get a view at any report, now look, it's receivers going in shorts, against a lot of air and not much physicality. It should look good, but it is. Trevor's winging it around. Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington making plays. Jacoby Myers doing what he does, running Chris Sprouts. And let's not forget this added impact when the Jags went with a physical dual threat. And when I say dual threat, he's a really good blocking tight end out of Texas A&M and Nate Borkisher. Here's the other side of that. The other side of that is freeing up Brenton Strange to be a more downfield weapon and option in your passing game. Gives me goosebumps. It's going to give opposing defenses hives, perhaps. That is going to be a tough passing offense to stop. A lot of attention and focus on the offensive line. If they can level up to be a dominant top 10 type unit, for one, just to continue to protect and accentuate, I think, is inevitable production coming from the Jaguars' passing offense, but to also get that running game up and going. And that was a point of conversation with the camp chatter yesterday. When we come back on the other side, we'll let you hear from Liam Cohen. Robert Hainsey, the Jaguars center, taking accountability for the offensive line. We'll hear some of his thoughts. Jeff Udinsky, the Jaguars' offensive coordinator, met the media yesterday. That's just a few examples of what we can talk about when we dive into camp. We'll have Murph in later for the Power Hour. I was thinking this, the preseasons for Major League Baseball and the National Football League, the NFL, couldn't be much different. Baseball, you show up, you get ready for a month before anyone really sees you, and then you start playing baseball games. Good, solid 9-inning baseball games, often, if it's not a split squad game with a large portion of star players. And you play at that leisurely baseball pace until the regular season starts. And it's your, starting 8 regularly for the next 6-8 months. The NFL's preseason is not like that, right? It's concise, it's short, it's physical, dual workouts with other teams. But you know what is like spring training, I was thinking? This time, the mini camps, fundamentals, setting tones and cultures. They're pepping down there, man. I'll give them that. Is that what they tell us? And by they, I mean Cohen or Gladstone or Baselli or the players. They talk about the urgency, about not standing on any merit you take from last year. And the pace and the tempo and the energy has been that. It will be demanded of them by this group. Take no off days, boys. If you can set a goal to work your dadgum hardest each time that you're together as a team, whether it's now a mini camp, whether it's OTAs, whether it's, the off-season voluntary training, whether it's training camp, whether it's exhibition games or dual workouts or the Super Bowl. Bring it. And that's the message that they're getting down there, and it's a very public message, and it's a nice change of pace from the head coaching personalities that we've had here for a long time. It's just a rapid departure from the more older veteran guard of NFL coaches, other than the Urban fiasco. But, Doug Peterson, been around the block a long time, veteran NFL coach. Doug Marrone had been an NFL coach, been around forever. Gus Bradley kind of had the Liam vibe, but it didn't feel serious. Super nice guy. I don't know how nice a guy Liam Cohen is. I get nothing but rave reviews and glowing reports from any and all that meet him out and about town. So we will have Jaguars talk, and I'll take you downtown with some microphoneage when we get back on the other side. We've got Get Smart John today. So we will see how we fare. The European vacation continues for the Knicks fan, who I suppose will once again be hunkered down in some closet at 1:40 local time tonight as the Knicks try and take what would be a commanding, I would got to think, in the series victory if they can get it tonight. There's also this, man. I talk about the DNA, but also be very much on brand, very much in form. If the Knicks blew the 2-0 lead and went from a 13-game win streak to losing 4 straight, that also could be a part of the Knicks media guide when you look back. Some teams close and win and others don't. Doesn't mean it'll be that way forever, but you got to get a little extra nervous when you've had such a tough time doing it. Knicks have had chances. Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they were favorites against the Indiana Pacers. Knicks were in the NBA Finals. It's been a while. In 99, they were in the final. They were in the finals twice. Along the way, haven't won those since, what did we say? Is it 73 the last time the Knicks won, I believe? So it just more news and nuances. Knicks are 2.5-point favorite, by the way, in that game tonight. Let's take our first time out. As mentioned, we'll come back with some Jag talk. Also, still ahead this hour, college football. We got college football topics we can dive into. Man, I feel for FSU fan. I do, man. You can't read anything positive. It's just like your coach has feathers and a broken leg. He's lame duck, man. And, man, the seat couldn't be any hotter over there, and it just doesn't feel like they've got the arsenal to do anything about it. They certainly don't have the momentum, whether it's in national perception or recruiting or a variety of other factors. And so I don't do it to bang on them, but just some of the perspective that is out there includes Power 4 coaches. They didn't put it on the hot seat because it includes names that are still successful. But college football coaches at a crossroads. It's a big year to determine the path they're going to take, whether it's a path in some cases out of Power 4, whether it is a realization that you're just, it's time for you to get it done, or are you going to get it done? So it's an interesting college football talk that we can have. Meanwhile, the Gators continue to catch buzz with John Sumrall. In fact, CBS has put together a list of buzz teams in college football this offseason. And Florida, despite missing out on Lane Kiffin, which is the ultimate buzz attractant, is showing up on these kinds of lists as well. So we're going to jump into some college football talk. Got a football fix coming up this hour. There is news and notes from around mini camps and unfortunately a police blotter. So we're so happy you're up and at 'em with us. We got Get Smart John coming up in a little bit over an hour. The Murphy Power Hour is coming your way today. And when we come back on the other side, we dive a little deeper into Jaguars minicamp. Day 2 coming up today. Some of you getting up excited. You'll be able to take in today's festivities, make some of your own conclusions from the very, very, very early process of getting the 2026 Jaguars up and ready to play. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
You're there.
Yes, it's us.
With Tom McManus.
Cool idea, big brother.
On Helmets and Heels.
One big happy family. I wouldn't miss that for the world. Should be smashing good fun.
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why we are North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
If you're thinking about getting a new roof sometime this year, Endless Summer Roofing can help. I'm Claudia, owner of Endless Summer Roofing. Stronger materials, expert installation, real peace of mind. A new roof isn't just an upgrade. It's the primary source of protection for your family home. Visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com for a free inspection today, and I'll make sure you're ready for tomorrow. Endless Summer Roofing. Protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
Mortgage rates have dropped. They're expected to move lower. Home sales momentum is building. So now's the time to get your home ready to maximize your sales price. It's time to call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Maybe you have concerns about putting your home on the market and getting it sold. Well, let me alleviate those for you. There's a real quick solution. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold or they will buy it. Call 414-6200. Or go to chadandsandy.com. You'll find out for yourself. Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts I trust and recommend with the sale of your home or mine. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Anthony and Mary in Palmco said, we needed to sell our home to move closer to family, but low cash offers weren't cutting it. Since we'd only bought a year earlier, options felt limited, but not for Chad and Sandy. Call Chad and Sandy today, or log on to chadandsandy.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a Dandy today.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Veterans have given everything in service of our country. I'm Chris Campione, and if you've been injured in an accident through no fault of your own or dealing with the consequences of having your VA benefits denied, you deserve someone who will fight hard for you. At Campione Law, we're proud to stand up for those who have served and protect the rights that you've earned. You don't pay anything unless we win your case. Learn more at CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Budweiser reminds us to drink wiser, like hydrating between beers. It keeps the fun going longer, and it's a commitment to responsibility. Remember, good times are ahead, so no need to overdo it. Know when to say when, and always designate a driver.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Is this the this a certain song that got a certain yeah. We could do a segment on that. I just don't want to open up the whole bag of worms. Right. I'm embarrassed to be a St. Johns County resident.
It's crazy.
You know, do you want to know the story? The principal down there got fired because of a rap line or a quote that showed up in the yearbook. I don't know what Puritan village from 1814 St. Johns County school system is now run by. But she got fired for something that is incredibly unfireable.
Crazy work.
And St. Johns County has not come out of this looking good. And you go get them, girl. Go get them. That's ridiculous. What was the line that was used in the yearbook? Haters gonna hate. We just call them fans.
Fans, though.
Yeah, we call them fans, though. Oh, so offensive. Well, they found out it was a Fetty. Is it Fetty Wap? Is that how you say it?
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap. It's from a Fetty Wap song. Fetty Wap is, like a lot of actors and entertainers and musicians. He's had his share of troubles. His songs aren't all clean. And there are portions of that song that aren't clean, but the lyric as it stands there is nothing objectionable at all.
Crazy.
So I don't know what y'all down there with this decision went to the same school of judgment as that judge out in Texas that said Sorsby didn't do nothing wrong. So just haters gonna hate. We just call them fans though. Oh my God, fire her. So obviously shenanigans here of this in this particular case because, and I'll tell you this too. So for something I wasn't going to talk about, I'll say one more thing. It's despicable the way the school system down there announced the leave. When you state so and so's on leave because of inappropriate conduct, you're saying something else. And it's pretty, you don't have to be too cynical to think that was intentional. That's gross. When you say a school administrator's been let go or put on leave for inappropriate conduct, you know where everybody's mind first goes.
You're thinking something egregious.
Sure you are. And then it's for that? While goodness knows the type of material that's available for elementary school-age kids in the library, y'all are just, the country's gone cuckoo, E.T.
Cocoa Puffs.
It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. And then I'll just say this to the Brain Trust. If we start eliminating every quote that we use by the rest of where it came from, we're all going to be talking sign language now. You know, a famous quote from a movie, you can go find a terrible part of a movie. A famous quote from another song, often you can go find. I mean, this thing went People Magazine, National News, and it's just St. Johns County Schools. The teacher, the principal doesn't look bad at all. Not in my mind. I can't find anybody who thinks that it does. Obviously, there's some Karen parents down there. Some stuff's happened behind the scenes that obviously weren't fireable things, or they would have done it in a way more professional way. But to put somebody on leave saying inappropriate conduct, and then you do the digging, it's because of a quote that appeared in the yearbook for 8th graders, by the way. Which is what, 13 years old, 14 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
I'm just impressed that you knew the beat. Like you beat Shazam like that.
I saw the title. I knew that was the song. I saw the title of the song.
I was impressed. I'm like, oh, snap.
No. I saw that. Well, that impression should have gone away when I asked the correct pronunciation for the artist. So I should have lost some esteem there.
No.
Okay. All right. Because then you got the terrible song from his Cardi, whoever said is that?
Yeah, Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion.
And how do you say that? WAP.
WAP.
That's WAP also.
Yeah.
Feels like that should be WAP, knowing what the A stands for. Just saying. So yeah, the song looked familiar. I'm like, where did I know that song from? And then it hit me. And now look at me, you got me going. It's a good time to do it. The song is nasty. Yeah, so what? There's a lot. That's the lyric is, the quote isn't. I mean, the song is nasty. Parts of the song are nasty. There are a lot nastier that quotes fly around from.
Absolutely.
A lot. So I'm just saying that it's the untoward way, this backhanded, that's what's gross to me. If you can find a legitimate reason, that's fine. Inappropriate conduct? Come on, man. Come on. What are you doing? A woman, by the way, who by all accounts has been a lifelong educator, won awards in the past, been a principal for who knows how many years. It doesn't make any sense. All right, I'll get off my soapbox, and I got too much Jags to get into here to get going on. But I tell you one thing that I did see, and it's I think the Jags should be in this column that I'm reading, and they've been omitted. I'm trying not to get in my feelings and be sensitive and use the argument that, well, they're not paying attention to us. You know, our, in this case, hardships aren't being maybe as recognized as they should. But CBS Sports did a column yesterday. And basically, the gist of it was 6 teams that the schedule makers didn't do any favors for. So, in other words, 5 or 6 teams that have a more difficult road, a more difficult schedule, more potential potholes. 5 NFL teams face a hidden schedule disadvantage in 2026. Well, I got news for John Breach, who wrote this. And I'm sure you're going to have great points about the 5 teams that you listed. The team single most with an unprecedented schedule disadvantage this year is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who play 6 total games in their home stadium. So you can go to the other teams and their traditional, oh my gosh, look at this poor 3-game road trip. We have a Jacksonville Jaguars team here that in consecutive weeks, in the first 4 weeks, go at Denver, New England at home, at Cincinnati. That part of a season that all totaled, you'll play 6 games at the bank. That's the most unprecedented schedule disadvantage perhaps in league history. It's certainly the toughest this year to overcome. When it comes to overcoming your schedule this year, no team will have to work a little bit harder to do that than the Jags. And next year will be even more. And I realize that there are other teams that in other years have played off-site, but for the most part, they played only off-site, at that site. Not so this year. Bunch of road games, a first-place schedule, and only 6 true games at home? Come on, man. Well, here are the 5 that apparently that are just even a tougher circumstances. Let's see. We'll start with the Niners. The disadvantage. 5 different teams are scheduled to play an international game this year, followed by a game against a team coming off a bye. The 49ers have to play an international game in Week 11, then follow that up in Week 12 against the Seahawks team coming off a bye. Basically, the Niners will be dealing with international traveling issues in Week 11 while the Seahawks get to sit at home and rest. That's a good one. That's a good little, and don't forget, by the way, I think the Niners also have to travel twice. The Niners also have to play the Rams, don't they, in Australia? I do believe that's a Rams home game, though. All right, he also identifies Bengals, Eagles, Lions, Vikings. Eagles in Week 5, they face the Jags in London. In Week 6, they turn around and host a Panthers team coming off a bye. Ooh, oh no. How will they ever overcome that? Bengals, in Week 9, they head to Spain to face the Falcons. A week later, they host the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Ooh. Hope you can manage. Lions, about whom they write, if there's any team that should be complaining about their schedule, it's the Detroit Lions. Their Week 10 game in Germany against the Patriots will start a stretch where they have to play 3 games in 11 days. That's legit. After playing in Munich, they have to fly back to the U.S. and face the Bucs in Week 11. And the Bucs will be coming off a Week 10 bye. Why is the league making these international travelers play teams coming off byes? It said there's like 5 or 6 of them that do it. I wonder if the Jags are one. So there's pretty much a rundown. They put the Vikings in for one particular matchup. I won't get too deep into that, but a bit of an oversight there. And by the way, the Jags schedule's not over. It's not like you can't overcome it. It's not so incredibly difficult. Oh my God, But when it comes to like hidden difficulty compared to what the natural schedule would look like, there's your team number 1. The rest of those guys can get in line. Jag talk, I promise. When we return, you're listening to The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. For decades, you've trusted Fridays with Frank. Now, 1010XL turns the page. Hayes Carline and Ryan O'Halloran take you into the weekend with the lead.
4 to 6 Friday afternoons on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
When it comes to orthopedic care, experience matters, and teamwork matters even more. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, our fellowship-trained specialists work together to treat a full range of conditions, from knees and shoulders to spine, sports injuries, and joint replacement. You'll be guided by the right specialist for your needs, with coordinated care and personalized treatment plans designed for better outcomes. Smarter care, faster access, trusted expertise. Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
This Father's Day, get Dad on the water with Green Acres Sporting Goods. If he fishes in Northeast Florida, this is where he goes. Rods, reels, tackle, bait, and all the gear he actually uses. Not sure what to get Dad? Grab a Green Acres gift card in any amount and let him decide. Shop Father's Day at Green Acres Sporting Goods. In-store or online at greenacresporting.com.
My name is Savannah, and I was looking for a way to track my fitness results in a tangible way. I chose DexaFit Jacksonville because I wanted real, measurable results. After one quick DEXA scan, I knew my exact body fat, muscle mass, visceral fat, and even bone density. No guessing, just data. It gave me a clear baseline so I can now set my goals and track my progress with a lot of confidence. If you want real insight into your body, I highly recommend DexaFit Jacksonville. Book your scan today at jacksonville.dexafit.com.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jacksonville. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com.
What if your next fun day out costs you $70 to play all day? That's exactly what you get at the Battalion Airsoft Arena, the only indoor airsoft battlefield in Jacks. Skip the same old boring entertainment choices and step into real action with your crew. Perfect for birthdays, company team building, graduation parties, or just epic weekend fun. No experience? No problem. The Battalion package includes everything: gun, mask, and ammo with unlimited play. So lock in your mission now at BattalionAirsoftArena.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
I have a Shazam Spotlight for you. That's what I do. It's brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. You 6 o'clockers know the value of a good truck. You got a good truck. You need a good truck. You need great customer service. And you get it all with the Murray family of dealerships. It's the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. And also down in Stark, there is another Murray Superstore, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, all your faves there as well. Going to get to this Jaguar stuff here in just a second, but as I said, we got the Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. All right, we've got some history being made in the NHL playoffs. It's been a fantastic Stanley Cup. There is no lead safe. I'm not watching the series. I haven't been. I watch the highlights on SportsCenter, as it were. Read a little bit here or there. I'm aware, more than I am into. But I'll see a team will be up 4-0, and they end up losing the game 5-4 last night. It's up 3-1. They charged back, and ultimately it was Carolina that got a must-win in Vegas to even that series back at 2. But Jordan Stahl is what stands out, especially when I tell you the company he now keeps. Stahl plays for the Hurricanes. He's their best player, their captain. Scored twice more last night. He's got 5 goals in the first 4 games of the Stanley Cup Finals, and only 2 hockey players ever have managed to do that. Score at least 5 goals in the first 4 games of the Stanley Cup Finals. You ready? You ready who they are? Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. Well, that takes care of like 1983 through 1997.
Shazam!
Yeah. The 2 most prolific hockey players of my lifetime, and 2 of the top 5 probably all time, are the only 2 that have ever done that. And Jordan Stahl's name will not live historically like those fellas did. But man, on the biggest stage, 5 goals now through 4 games, and a must win for Carolina last night. All right, on to some Jags convo. I told you what's catching everybody's eye down there is the passing game. It's sharp. All 3 receivers have been sharp. The communication and chemistry seems to be dang near perfect. It has caught all of our eyes. You would hope that this would be expected, and in this case, expectations are playing out. Receivers are either getting open, or as Liam Cohen says, they're going and getting it.
It was nice to see some guys make some contested catches, something that, early in the year last year we struggled with. We improved upon that as the year went. Nice to see BT go up over the middle and make a heck of a play. And I mentioned Josh Cameron, and it was good to just see guys go compete when the ball's in the air and make some plays.
E.T., do you kind of like the fact that they don't shy away from what everyone knows? Like, it's public. The coach is talking about BTJ struggled with this. He's doing that. They're not acting like, oh, what do you mean? Everything was fine.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I mean? That pressure is nothing compared to the pressure of, 3rd and 8, an important game in the fall. So, yeah, and Brian Thomas Jr., to his credit, has responded. I mean, at every step along the way this offseason, from Trevor and he working out independently, alone, outside of the team duties, to the OTAs and now the mini camps, we're just getting nothing but rave reviews on Brian Thomas Jr. and how he has played and how important that relationship is going to be between he and his quarterback.
I would say we've probably hit more of those in these OTAs and minicamp than we did of all last season or last offseason combined. That's being the spring and training camp. I would say we've probably hit more of those than last year combined, which is a good thing. It's something that we wanted to emphasize. We started to emphasize it more, after the bye, was in terms of trying to push the ball down the field more. And that chemistry with those 2 is so important, because if we can be explosive with those down the field routes, being able to push the ball down the field with those 2 specifically, well, man, I mean, now it truly unlocks what everybody else can do, not only just what he and BT are able to do. It helps Brent Strange, it helps Parker Washington, it helps Jacoby Myers, and it helps the run game. Because now it's like, okay, if we keep throwing over your head, now maybe you have to play more 2 high safeties, be able to lean coverage.
Oh, the run game certainly got to be better. Center Robert Hainsey and his offensive line mates are owning that.
I mean, if we ended last season first in rushing in the NFL, we would have showed up here just trying to figure out how to get better, So there's always going to be that thing, those different things, the techniques, the scheme. How can we just take that next step as a group, as an offense? And that's what we're working towards no matter what. Like, I think he said it best, was like, you're never going to be content with where you're at. So, yeah.
Yeah, that mentality, as we said, is permeating down there, and it's a good baseline to kind of infuse into your DNA. So we'll see if the results match that focus that we seem to be seeing here. Meanwhile, when it comes to the running game, all eyes on at least the first up replacement and how good in year 2 can Bashal Tootin be. Here's offensive coordinator Grant, you didn't
He's
see.
elevated with some of the things we expect of him with the ball in his hands and the creativity with which he runs the ball, processing some of the reads that we have in the run game that we've kind of tried to tweak and adjust to help him and fit his style a little bit more. But he's also improved from a mental standpoint in the protection game and the pass game. So there's so many phases to being a running back that he's continued to elevate really through his studying and through all the extra work that he puts in. Him and the entire room, they do a great job with Coach Morton of doing so much extra on their own to try to be out here and prepared for practice. But not only that, to grow and develop, like we talked about, the knowledge of football and just recognizing defenses, the way certain fronts are going to play out against certain runs. His anticipation of that will help him. Maybe it doesn't always show up here in the spring, but it'll really show up once we put pads on.
All right. The atmosphere inside Madison Square Garden has been electric. The fans have been intense. They've been energized. And outside, they've been filthy, dirty animals. And Nick fandom by association is getting really stained if they can't keep these ne'er-do-wells away from the arena. It's a storyline. New York thuggery and these dudes attacking Spurs fans. I got the latest details on that, including arrest numbers and bolos when we return. All that and a football fix is next on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Rays 4-3 over the Red Sox yesterday. They'll play for a sweep today at Tropicana Field. Drew Rasmussen on the mound for the Rays, $1.56 favorite, 5-2 ERA of 3. Jake Bennett for the Red Sox, plus 129, 7.5 over the total. Atlanta Braves coming off a loss yesterday at the White Sox. Chris Sale gets the ball today, $1.56 favorite against Davis Martin of the White Sox. He's 8-2 with a 2.61 ERA. White Sox plus 129. 7.5 under the total. NASCAR this week, racing at Pocono. It's Danny Hamlin, the plus 275 favorite. Kyle Larson, plus 650. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Do you ever notice how everything in your house works right up until it doesn't? One minute you're fine, then the next minute the AC's struggling, the drain's backing up, and now you've got a problem on your hands. That's when you make the smart play. Call Duck Duck Rooter. 3 expert teams, plumbing, septic, and air conditioning, ready to step in, fix it right, and get everything back under control. And right now, take $50 off any service of $225 or more. Don't let a small issue turn into a big loss. Stay ahead of it. When you're stuck, call Duck Duck Rooter, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Repairing or replacing your roof is a pretty big investment. So when that time comes, you can trust my parents at Endless Summer Roofing. Visit endlesssummerroofing.com for a free quote. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summers.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
In the heart of Gator Nation, a voice rises above the roar of the swamp. Take Time Out with Patrick Young, Friday mornings at 8:30. Tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers on 1010XL.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Hey friends, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Have you ever stored a gallon of leftover paint, opened the can years later, and it's rusty, crusty, and unusable? Next time, secure the lid tightly to ensure no leaks and store the can upside down. Oxygen can't get to it, therefore no rust and no crust. If you'd like more tips or have a question about a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at royalpestservices.com.
In Jacksonville, we love our sports. You might say we flip out over them. Football, baseball, soccer, hockey, basketball, golf, and there's our outdoor game, fishing, surfing, and just chilling. There's so much to do, it will make your head spin. But keep your cap on because Visit Jacksonville has you covered. Check out visitjacksonville.com/locals or download the Visit Jax app and stay on the ball for all the upcoming sports events in Jax. Go local, go sports. Jacksonville, the flip side of Florida.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jax Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Well, if you're on social media at all, you've probably seen some of the disgusting videos, people minding their own business, just being attacked by New Yorkers. I'd use Nick fandom as an excuse. Both Victor Wembanyama and Karl Anthony Towns speaking out against the fan violence. A lot of viral videos out there. Game 3 of the finals reared its ugly head outside Madison Square Garden. Several videos surfacing that showed New York fans attacking San Antonio fans on the streets. In some of the clips, Spurs fans were seen getting their jerseys ripped off, being verbally berated, and one man beaten near to death. The NYPD is asking for the public's help in searching for multiple men accused of attacking a Spurs fan on Monday. They released photos of the suspects involved in the incident. They threw punches, kicked the victim before tearing off his Spurs jersey he was wearing. Happened about 12:17. That night after the game. 39-year-old victim was walking to his hotel when the group approached him on West 47th Street. After the beating, they fled on foot to an unknown location because they're cowards.
It's disgusting.
It's just so disgusting. It's hard not to make you angry. It really is. I wouldn't go to freaking New York if you paid me. I'm not afraid of the street thug. I just wouldn't. It's just gone to hell in a handbasket.
It is dirty.
It's gross, man.
Ugh.
People are gross. People, y'all need to get your morals right, man. Too many people walking around out there with just like they're the most and only important person in the world.
It puts a bad look. It puts a stain on New York. Like
It
you
does.
just said, you won't go to New York.
It does.
You know?
And you say, well, it's just a few bad apples. That's too many.
Correct.
21 arrests for people getting beat up? Can't go to a game? Victim was taken to a local hospital. He's treated for his injuries. And then this phrase, you ready for this one? He is expected to survive. Then there's a photo. They range from, we got all the demos covered here. Got a couple white punks, couple, African-American punks. Looks like a Hispanic with them. I mean, let's just gather up. Evil knows no demo, man. Evil knows no demo.
Yep.
This comes after an NBA Finals viewing party in Manhattan turned, quote, incredibly reckless, according to NYPD. Some dejected Knicks fans scaled light poles, pelted officers with objects, and ripped signs out of the streets following the team's loss to the Spurs. Well, hopefully, we all pray you didn't put any hands on any of them. In total, 8 people were arrested, 2 for assaulting a police from that watch party. 13 others were issued criminal summonses, so that we're up to 21 and counting. And I wouldn't have the watch party. I don't know if you were the mayor called them out. Ben Stiller, one of the celebrity fans, called it out. Put a curfew in then. How about this? Yeah, we're not hanging out there tonight. Y'all blew it. You're beating people up for no reason. You're all going to jail, and we ain't having a party tonight. Lights out at 8, boys. Enjoy the game on TV. Shouldn't be afraid to walk anywhere, man. You shouldn't. That's an inalienable, right that we've earned that in this country. You should be able to walk where you don't feel like you're going to get beaten to death because you went to a basketball game. They're laughing, the videos, just laughing like they're playing kickball, bro. Oof. Fire up the band. We got a football fix brought to you by your Jacksonville Sharks. On the road for a couple of weeks. You can catch them at the end of the month, jacksharks.com. And the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Baker Mayfield wants more money. Joe Burrow going to give some back. Well, I use the term loosely. He's going to at least restructure it. That seems to be the word up there in Cincy. Bengals getting a lot of love. Somebody on the text line, when I talked about that tough schedule, acting like, well, you're always so scared of Cincinnati. I don't know, bro, because they beat us every time? I mean, what kind of question is that? What planet have you been on, my friend? So, yeah, at Denver, New England, at Cincinnati, old dummy me thinks Cincinnati's the toughest of those 3 games. Because they've beaten us 100 times in a row, it feels like. Definitely the last 3 or 4 or 5, haven't they? Last time we beat the Bengals. It doesn't matter who quarterbacks. We've learned that. The Browns QB1 competition continues. That's according to their new head coach. I don't understand, man. I don't understand coaches sometimes. Minnesota and Cleveland and Atlanta should have the guy that they think is the starter, and he should be getting the reps. They're all new to the systems. Kyler Murray is in Minnesota. Kevin O'Connell is there. I know you want to manifest your draft decision of J.J. McCarthy. He's been there 2 years. He knows your system. Kyler Murray is new. We all know he's going to be the starter. Murray yesterday talked about, I wish I could get more reps. Put him in there for 80% of the reps. If you're in Atlanta, you're terrible. You've got a new coach. Pick one and go with him. Give him the reps. Same thing in Cleveland. We all know it's Deshaun. Give him the reps. Got new coaches in all 3 of those places now. Well, the new quarterback in Minnesota, new coaches in the other places. Are they just afraid to let Shador or Penix or, McCarthy, they don't want to hurt their feelings? They can't handle being second on the depth chart because that's where they've earned by the way they played in the league? It's weird. Yeah, but Murray, more reps would make it easier to pick it up here. Well, I mean, you should hear that, shouldn't you? You're the coach. And we end with the end, at least for now. Old buddy Calais Campbell met the media yesterday in Baltimore and says, yeah, this is going to be it. 19th season in the NFL will be his final one. I always tell myself, and this year I feel it as strongly as ever, that this is probably going to be my last year. The Ravens in minicamp on Tuesday. I know I said that last year and the year before, but I genuinely meant it at the time. I always tell myself to play well enough to be able to get a job again if I want to. If I go out there and perform to the level I want to play, I'm probably going to have to turn somebody down next year. That's the ideal scenario. As of right now, I'm playing this year as if it's my last. Calais Campbell has, through his he's kind of taken a couple of those Hall of Fame running backs route to the Hall of Fame. Like some of those guys that got in the Hall of Fame because they were just able to play for 16 years, and Frank Gore's and, Curtis Martin's to a degree, some of those. Calais turns 40 in September, re-signed with Baltimore in this offseason, 1 year, $5.5 million deal. Re-signed because he played there before. He had been in Arizona most recently. He needs 5 games to surpass Jim Marshall for the most games played by a defensive lineman in league history. Yeah, D linemen just don't play that long. He is currently played in 278 games and has not missed a game since 22. Wow. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. It's brought to you by your Jacksonville Sharks and the home course, the Jointed Creek Golf Club, the best value in golf. 7 o'clock hour is next. It includes Get Smart John. It includes the 10-minute drill. And I've got college football news when we come back. ESPN has set its future power rankings based on a variety of factors, and I'll tell you where some of your favorite teams landed when we return.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
We're connected by a common bond.
And remember what got you here.
1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Want to know when your body starts talking back on a golf course? Cart path only. Suddenly your ball is 80 yards across the fairway. You're hiking over there with 3 clubs, and by the time you get to it, you're not thinking birdie. You're wondering if the course has an urgent care, and that's the point. It's not just a scorecard, it's the whole day. Walking 18 without feeling like you're in a survival show. Bending down to read a putt without making that noise. Getting home and still having enough left for the kids, the yard, the cooler, all of it. That's why Awaken 180 makes sense. It's a medication-free solution with weekly weight loss, support, and yes, free support for life. You may not fix your slice overnight, but drop 30, 40, even 50 pounds, and the game, life after the game, feels better. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Make the call, 844-346-1800, or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
He's our big hitter.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Tom McManus.
He tackles Jags talk from a middle linebacker's point of view. Fridays on 1010XL. Protected by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet Party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here with Coach Delaney from Coil Fencing. For years, your offenses have been putting up a lot of yards and points at Fletcher. I hear Coil also gains a lot of yards in the fence world.
Yes, Frank. Coil Fencing has been serving the Jacksonville community and general contractors for 99 years. We fence tens of thousands of commercial and residential yards, all while maintaining an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
99 years?
That's right. Some might call it a dynasty.
To schedule your appointment, visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
Hi, I'm Blake Bortles. People know I've always said if I wasn't playing football, I'd probably be on a construction site. So Next Gen Roofing finally let me live the dream.
Blake, why are you wearing a red practice jersey?
Always worn it for safety.
Right. Well, around here, the red jersey means you're the new guy. So you're in charge of garbage cleanup.
Perfect. I love garbage time. Always excelled in it.
It's not exactly what I meant.
Good thing Next Gen Roofing has real pros handling everything from family homes to large commercial buildings. Next Gen, teamed up with you.
Teamed up with you.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Jag head coach Liam Cohen is clear on this week's OTA focus.
Heavy emphasis on the pass game, pass protection, pass coverage, pass.
After the Hurricane win on Tuesday, hear the NHL Stanley Cup live tomorrow evening on 10:10 a.m. Hurricanes versus Golden Knights, puck dropping at 7:30. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports Update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 7:02 and it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp. It's brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned, because there's more with the drill next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
What day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Julie. Huh? Julie. Huh? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Anybody? Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Woo-hoo! Mike. Huh? What day is it, Mike? Huh? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day!
Oh, it is hump day. Yes, it is.
It's hump day.
Mike. Mike. Norvell.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Let's clean out the office day.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, we're back here. It's time for the 7 o'clock hour. Aren't we also lucky? Jaguars minicamp open to the public today. If you've got your tickets, enjoy yourself down there. You will see an aerial display. It's just that time of year. It's good if the passing game is on point this time of year, because the only time you can watch them, that's the only thing that's going to stand out. Football is a physical sport, and there aren't any pads on, and they're not allowed really to touch each other very much. So, but so far, I was thinking this, two things I think that go hand in hand with quarterbacks are confidence and touch. And so as they hit these downfield passes, it's one thing to get open downfield. It's another to hit them in stride. We've had mishaps, and by the way, they all do. It's hard to throw balls completely accurately in stride 55, 60 yards downfield. It ain't easy. But it seems like Trevor's touch is corresponding to his confidence. Clearly, he's confident, and they're confident in him down there, and that makes a world of difference as well. So enjoy minicamp down there today, and we'll have a lot more minicamp talk. We did learn yesterday, Chris Rodriguez, that foot has had surgery, so that's why we haven't seen him, and we won't until at least July. We'll talk to Doc Kevin Murphy about it tomorrow, but I will assume that given the nature of the procedure and them saying that he should be back in July, that we'll see him in July when, camp revs up.
Have you seen that picture that's been floating around of Travis Hunter? Like at minicamp?
What, just how big he looks? Yeah, he looks jacked.
He looked like he been hitting in the gym.
No, I bet he has. And Liam, by the way, said yesterday he's still going to be a weapon in that offense.
Yeah.
They keep telling us, and by the way, they have not lied to us about those things. We think we know better. Well, yeah, sure they are, but they'll only play 8%. Okay, all right. We'll see. I told you, he is part of one of those YouTube golf promotions with State Farm that's going on right. The kid versus the caddy.
Okay.
And so I've seen him with Horvat and Ken Griffey Jr.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to show it to you in the break. Remind me, and we'll pull it up in the break. But yeah, he's doing like a celebration dance on the green. Then he gets Horvat to do it, and they're going back and forth. It was it's cool because he's your guy. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I thought the same thing. He looks jacked. All of them do. I mean, that's Josh Hines Allen looked that as well. So, all right, let's talk a little bit of college ball. And projections. And I got a couple here that I want to look at. Future power rankings of how all 68 Power 4 college football teams stack up moving into the next 5 years. But we will start with this headline. College football coaches with the most to lose in 2026. Major crossroads in their tenures. And before you think that this is just beat up on the guys who are underperforming, tops on the list, this is basically another fancy term for hot seat, isn't it? Tops on the list, Lincoln Riley at USC. USC has still not been to the college football playoff. And he came from Oklahoma to win natties. Is there a coach nationally with more at stake from a premium perspective than Riley, they write? Given a number one signing class, the return of quarterback Jaden Mayava, and a schedule that includes several quality matchups, the window for CFP validation is now. Most places 9-4 last year would generate optimism, but at USC, it just raises the next question. When is the breakthrough coming? And that's fair. They haven't had it. That's what they expected when they pried him from Oklahoma. Number 2 on this list, college football coaches with the most to lose. We head west, young man, down I-10 to Tallahassee, Florida. Number 2 on the list, Mike Norvell. The uncomfortable truth in Tallahassee, they write, is this: Norvell enters the season needing more than progress. He needs results. The current situation feels untenable. Leaving FSU. Well, first of all, we're 3 years now removed from that ACC championship and undefeated regular season. That was 2023. Crashed back to earth in stunning fashion, 2-10 and 24, another losing year last year. FSU combined 7-16 over the last two years. He was kept, Norvell, this year, but they didn't really have any choice, right? The financial realities made sure that happened. And when a coach returns because the administration believes he could lead the program back to prominence, that's one thing. When he returns because, well, they just can't afford to make a different decision, that kind of trickles down too, doesn't it? I mean, we've all worked in situations better than others. And when you get into that sea of negativity in some jobs and positions, life is miserable. So we'll see if FSU can respond. The schedule is manageable if you're playing anywhere near FSU football. But as we've talked, the problem that has become, and it's the same thing in Gainesville. I'm speaking down, Florida fan can't speak down their nose at anybody. It's been the same thing in Gainesville. Games that typically when they show up on your schedule, you go ahead and put a W next to them, haven't played that way. In FSU, have a quick path to return if suddenly you knew they would beat NC State or Wake Forest or North Carolina or Stanford or Cal. But those games seem to all be toss-ups. Number 3 on the list, that didn't take long. Lane Kiffin.
Dang. Dang.
Okay, now they do differentiate here. Again, this is not a hot seat discussion. However, given the amount of money LSU shelled out in his first year, anything short of a CFP berth will be considered a failure, whether he wants to admit that or not. I guess from a standpoint of most first-year coaches get a grace period. Even the great ones, almost all of them. Didn't Bill Belichick get one last year? I know he's been more criticized, more than like complete loss of faith. North Carolina would be an interesting team to watch this year. I wonder if Belichick shows up on this list. 4, Luke Fickell at Wisconsin. Gosh, man, they had high hopes for him, and Wisconsin has wallowed. 17-21 under Fickell. Mike Loxley at Maryland. Yes, Mike Loxley is still a head coach in Power 4 football. And finally, this one makes sense, too, from the SEC. Shane Beamer at South Carolina, who had a kind of a breakthrough year, just a win away from making the college football playoffs in 2024. And then they, much like Florida last year, a lot was expected, and then the teams did not deliver. All right, future college football rankings through ESPN. It's a process. The criteria for evaluating teams. It's for the next 2 years. So future power rankings are for the 26-27 seasons, not just for this year. Criteria remains the same. Roster management, how well a team recruits and addresses its roster through the portal. Quarterback outlook. Multi-year starters are great, although they also assess how programs compete for portal QBs like Miami. Spotlight is also put on offensive and defensive line play, especially after the college football playoff last year where line of scrimmage mattered so much. To note, the evaluations last year for future power rankings ahead of the 2025 season. Texas was number 1. They missed the college football playoff. Oregon was 4. Notre Dame was 5. They missed the playoff. Miami was 11, which is about where they were last year. They'll be higher this year as far as the regular season. Indiana, by the way, was number 20, so take it with a grain of salt. Want to start? Well, we'll start from the bottom, And how far do you go? There are only 68 teams. And again, I'm going to read this list to you, and this is why you happily shoot Mike Norvell to the moon if he can't go win 9 or 10 games. Listen to the teams I mentioned before we get to wherever FSU is. The worst team in college football, future power rankings, Boston College. Where do they play? ACC. Purdue is next at 67. At 66, third from the bottom, Stanford. Where do they play? ACC. Kansas is 65. Baylor is 64. It's a Big 12. Ugh, there. Iowa State, another from the Big 12. They lost their coach, Matt Campbell. That makes sense. They're 63. Michigan State, 62. Arkansas, 61. Cincinnati, 60. UCF, way down at 59. What happened to that upward arc? There's Maryland at 58. 68 teams total. Dion and the Buffs are all the way down to 57. It's a rapid fall for the Sportsman of the Year. Rutgers is 56. Wisconsin, I've only got the 3 ACC teams so far, so I guess maybe not that. Here's another one. Syracuse, there's another ACC team. They're 54. West Virginia, 53. That's not good enough. Mississippi State, they show up at 62. North Carolina, another ACC. That's 5 of them. They're 51. Number 50, FSU, out of 68. Their previous power ranking, by the way, their future power ranking last year was 39. Now they've dropped to 50. They've had a portal-based quarterback operation and it's not gone well. Ashton Daniels will try and change that. He does have starting experience at both Auburn and Stanford. The O-line, D-line hit hard by transfer exits. It's certainly not up to snuff to play championship-level football. As for roster management, they write significant roster turnover remains the theme in Tallahassee. They lost most of their primary starters to graduation or the portal. Team pursued several quarterback transfers before landing Daniels, a veteran who's completed only 60% of his pass attempts. So, yeah, future near and into the immediate. And who, by the way, do you go get? College football's going like to professional levels here. Big money and paring down and huge playoffs. You got to go spend on a coach. You got to go get an impact guy. All right, let's go on down the list and see where we'll look for what? Florida, Georgia, Miami. It should be easy to find them here. Florida will be for, lowest. There's Auburn at 42. As I scroll down, and then all these ACC teams that are ahead of them: Duke, NC State, Wake Forest, Cal, Virginia, NC State. FSU got to pass these teams, man. Georgia Tech, Pitt, all ACC teams. Virginia Tech, another ACC team. Vandy, 33. Last year they were 48, and don't forget, they lost Diego Pavia, but remember they got that number 1 quarterback who had been committed to Georgia. All right, searching for Florida here. We're down to 31, 30. There seems to be a lot of optimism. There's Missouri at 28, so the Gators would be ahead of them. Houston's 26. Utah, Washington, Louisville, 23. Another ACC team. Clemson, 22. Iowa, 21. Florida, number 20. Quarterback situation we know, unproven there. Offensive D-line, offensive line, defensive line outlook, questionable. We know that. Roster management, I'd say they did pretty good in that, especially when it came to retaining. And they are, they also look at star power. Florida has some of those, but also they've got this year's recruiting class, right? It's currently in the top 3, and that gives great optimism moving forward. So just a little bit of college football, a few college football morsels to chew on until those guys get together in a little over a month and get started towards their 2026 seasons. We've got a 10-minute drill when we come back. Get Smart John joins us for the remainder of the 7 o'clock hour after that. We got Murphy Power Hour today and some good baseball notes and nuggets to dive into as well. You are listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Throughout history, significant numbers have made their mark on our minds. That includes sports and radio.
And this one's going to be 10-10.
1010 XL.
What's happening, folks? It's your main man, E.T. here. And if you want to witness the world's biggest soccer tournament in person, look no further than Twin Peaks. Enter the Twin Peaks Go for Gold giveaway presented by Michelob Ultra and Casamigos, and you can be one of the 5 grand prize winners who'll get the VIP treatment plus travel and lodging. For your chance to win unmatched views of this match, visit TwinPeaksSoccer.com to enter and choose your host city. Entries close on June 14th, so don't wait. Twin Peaks, eat, drinks, scenic views.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
Some people speak football. Denny Thompson speaks quarterback.
That is what I do.
The Quarterback Whisperer. It's quarterback breakdowns every Friday on The Drill. Tuned up by George Moore Chevrolet.
And Encore Research Group.
On 1010XL.
ET here for Encore Research. And this summer, discover the power of research. Clinical studies are helping researchers find better ways to prevent, diagnose, and treat disease. And community members like you make it all possible. Your participation could help drive the next generation of healthcare discoveries. Find out how you can make a difference at EncoreDocs.com. Research moves forward because of volunteers like you. Let's build a healthier Jacksonville together.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Hey everybody, it's Joe C. Have you heard about Club Wingstop? It's their loyalty program. You get 10 points for every single dollar you spend on those fire wings and sides. You can share points with the whole family or redeem them for free Wingstop. Not in the club? Well, just grab the app. Hit wingstop.com or scan the QR code at 1010xl.com/Wingstop. Takes 10 seconds. Points even last a full year, so you can cash in today's receipt later. Joe C is locked in. You need to be too. Wingstop, baby. Get in the club.
Hear the unmistakable sound of legendary guitarist and vocalist Tom Kiefer of Cinderella. Friday, June 12th at Florida Theater. Tom Kiefer of Cinderella. With special guest, LA Guns. Hear all the hits. Get tickets now at the Florida Theater box office and floridatheater.com. Produced by Elko Concerts Florida Theater.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, pal. Where have you been?
Out on the town, every night.
Way to go, Tiger.
Well, it's a bit of a mystery, Jason. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm getting all these Visa gift cards in the mail. I'm spending them as fast as I can, but...
Wait, you're getting random gift cards in the mail?
$25, $100. I'm buying drinks, I'm buying dinner. I don't think I'm cut out to be a social butterfly, Jason.
Pal, those are from our Bueller Air and Plumbing referral program.
They are?
Yeah. If you recommend Bueller Air and Plumbing to a friend or family member and they book us for a service call, we send you a $25 Visa gift card as a thank you. And if we install a new system, we send a $100 gift card.
So if I take a girl out and tell her about Bueller, I might get enough to take another girl out and tell her about Bueller?
I mean, it's not the worst idea you've had.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it!
All right, time to talk turkey, or in this case, sports headlines. It's the 10-minute drill. ET has put it together for us, so we'll take a little trip. Why am I not hearing myself? There we go. Good. Because, Jeff, you're an idiot. You're allowed to say. What do we got in there, friend?
Jeff, we touched on this a little briefly yesterday. We were talking about the Jags, and with today being the first look that fans get at the Jags this year. You're a fantasy football guy. You dabble here and there, right?
Sure. Yeah, more than dabble. Sure. I love fantasy football.
Who?
I'm more of a week-to-week guy, though.
Right.
So when it comes to, like, drafting a guy for the long haul, I think I know where you're going here. Like, this is this is going to be a very explosive, productive offense.
Right.
But the fantasy production is going to be spread out.
It is.
And so the question that's coming up here for you fantasy football guys, and for us just as fans, we can have this conversation because fantasy is about production, and that's what drives most of our opinions when it comes to receivers anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, who's going to have the most fantasy points this year?
Yeah.
Look, if you can assume that the way guys ended last year is how they're going to play for the year, then it'll be Parker Washington. I mean, the second, toward the end of the year, he was, although we ended up looking back and there weren't as many like 100-yard games as you would have thought.
Right.
But he also had, he had plays in the return game. He had other things, so that's different. But if you're just strictly talking receiver, I've changed my mind on this question as it's come up just a couple of times here. I wonder if Brian Thomas Jr. isn't the right guy. I mean, they keep talking about that downfield passing game, how much they're working on it, how hard he and Trevor have worked on that timing and communication. So that's going to put him in line for those big chunk plays, right?
Yeah.
So you might not necessarily lead him in catches, like total catches or touchdown catches, but if yours is 74 yards, in fantasy world, that's 13 points. And if Parker Washington just caught one for 6, that's 6.6 points.
Right.
So, that could make a difference. Point being, I think they're all three going to land pretty close to each other. 80 catches, 900 yards. Who's going to have 80 may be ambitious. 70 catches, 900 yards. If they all three got that, is that good enough? Maybe not. You might want more. I think there'll be more than that.
Okay.
I mean, Trevor's going to throw for 4,400 yards.
That's our hope for sure.
I mean, threw for 4,000 last year, without much in the first half. They're built to throw the ball. We all see this. They can talk about running it as much as they want. They're loaded, young, happy, and productive in the passing game. It's going to go off.
Which one of those guys come off the board first? There's one thing is production, but who comes off the board first?
Man, I don't know these questions. I Parker Washington probably.
I feel like it's Parker
because he kind of he was the one again. This would be a better conversation to have in Kansas City or Buffalo or Topeka.
Yeah.
Because here we know these guys.
Right,
We've got how would a Jag fan draft those may be different than just your generic fantasy football
That's
draft
fair.
up in, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Fair. Jeff, have you ever heard of the greatest commercial that never was?
The greatest commercial that never was.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can think of is I can remember watching the Bird Magic. I remember watching a Bird Magic documentary, and they got together on like Larry's farm to shoot some commercial, or were supposed to, and then it didn't happen.
There you go. I like where you're going. Well, Larry Johnson, he was a big deal coming out of UNLV,
Grandmama.
right? Grandmama. He was that dude, right? Well, he spoke about the greatest commercial that ever was. Here, take a listen. Wrong one. Here we go.
They say the first commercial is, We're going to put you on a gurney. We're going to cover you up, and nobody can see you. They say it's going to be 2 doctors. One going to be Magic Johnson, and the other doctor going to be Larry Bird. And at the time, if you can't remember, they both was in Converse. One doctor, Larry Bird, one doctor, Magic Johnson, and they going, scalpel, this, that. And they saying, we finished. And they say, the perfect basketball player. And then one of them say, well, we got to name him. And Larry say, well, his name got to be Larry. Then Magic say, no, Johnson, Larry Johnson, Larry Johnson.
That's a big miss.
And the commercial goes off. Larry Johnson, Larry Johnson, Larry Johnson. And I raise up, and that's the end of the commercial, right? They gave me $1 million signing bonus. Month later, I bought my mom a house with $1 million, so the $1 million gone. So season starts. They come to me, you ready for the commercial? Yeah, I'm ready, man. The fellas ready? And another something to that story is, one of them didn't want to do it. When I got to the set to do the commercial, now they ain't telling me nothing. I said, where's my wardrobe at? Because I ain't bring nothing. They say, you ain't got to bring nothing. And that's all I see hanging up. 2 or 3 dresses, some wigs. I said, come on, man. And they came, they said, Larry, they pitched this one to me. They pitched this one to me. Now I done signed $1 million and done
Money gone. Money gone.
I said, what happened to the commercial with me and Magic and Larry? He said, one of them didn't want to do it.
One of them didn't want to do it. Wrong.
No. I never knew which one didn't want to do it. I never knew which one of them didn't want to do it. Larry loved me. Yeah, Larry loved me. I never knew which one.
So basically, yeah, they thought it was Bird.
They don't want to play Magic. They want to play that crowd. They want to play Bird.
It was Magic who didn't want to do the commercial.
It was Magic that didn't want to.
Well, that's what he was insinuating because Larry loved him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if I'm Magic Johnson or Larry Bird, over my dead body, you're gonna wheel in a rookie, and I'm gonna say the best is Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson. No. Have fun, Grandmama.
Right.
You're gonna have to play a while before I come in.
Right. This is a rookie.
It's a rookie.
Yeah.
And you got the 2 best players in the game. They got to go in and say, "Ooh, we've made the best player, Larry Johnson." Larry.
When was that? Like, when was his
clever.
rookie year? Because was he like
91?
Jordan-esque coming out?
Larry, actually, those guys, both Magic and Bird had played out most of their career. Wait, Larry was in the 90s.
Yeah,
because he was at UNLV in the early 91 when they played Duke, so it would have been like 92. So Bird and Magic are both way past their best years. By then. Yeah.
All right.
So in that case, they could do it. I was kind of thinking, like, if I'm in my prime, I'm a 7-year vet, I'm an all-star. This Rook is the guy.
So at the end of the career, yeah, it makes sense. Them two coming together.
Yeah, that would have because that would be. Is that even after Magic's announcement?
So that would be 92-ish.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that's when Larry Johnson came in. I know he played 91 at UNLV. I don't know if he played 92, so he probably would have been the number 1 pick of the 92 draft, maybe.
Oh, he was number 1 overall pick?
Larry Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Grandmama.
Yeah.
Who was on that team? Was that Stacey Augmon?
Stacey Augmon, Greg Anthony.
Okay.
They had this guy, Anderson Hunt, was also a good guard, but the 3 that played in the pros were Augmon, Larry Johnson, and Greg Anthony. Who was their 5th? That's a great question. Who was their 5th? Was it some dude named Scales, maybe? Or who was the 5th on that UNLV team? Is it another big dude, maybe? Huh. Anderson Hunt, Greg Anthony, Grandmama, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon. Oh, it's yeah, I can see him actually. What was his name? You got it in there?
Elmore Spence?
Yeah, that's not doing it for me.
Anderson Hunt, Travis Bice. Guard. Then there's Brian Emerson.
Must have just been a 5th, like a forgettable guy as the 5th. I'll look at the names later. It might stand out to me more. All right. Well, let's call the 10-minute drill at that. I like that. That was cool. We'll come back. We get Smart John. We get all things trivial here for the next half hour or so. Murphy Power Hour rejoins us here for this Wednesday. We got some hardball talk. Jags are in minicamp. NBA Finals resume. We got all kinds of stuff locked and loaded on a Wednesday edition of the drill.
Now go ahead and hit me up right now for a pair of tickets to see Voyage as they perform Journey live at the Florida Theaters going down June 11th. Get your tickets at floridatheater.com. But one lucky winner can hit me up right now. That number, 904-641-1010. I'll at your boy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care. Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Prosser here. When I'm doing home improvements, I like to deal with a local company, and I found one for windows and doors, Cash Building Material. They've been doing business in Jacksonville for 70 years, and with their experienced window and door specialists, you'll get no subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. Get a quote today. Thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Materials. Windows and doors done right.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Did you know that the Kuhn Flowers showrooms are filled with gift ideas for the ones you love? This is RJ. From floral arrangements to unique and timely gifts, Kuhn Flowers has been a staple here in Jacksonville for over 75 years. KuhnFlowers.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Get Smart John is a line tuned up and serviced by G&H Tires and Service.
Bring in the bald and the beautiful. Let's get Smart John. He will test it. No, we don't have him, huh? Okay, there we do that. By the way, I'll clean up a little trivia thanks to the text line. Yeah, Big George Ackles was the center on that team. I remember George Ackles. I feel like his arms were like 12 feet long. George Ackles, a big, rangy center for those teams. Somebody was saying LJ was Manimal. The hell he was. He was Grandmama.
Grandmama.
So maybe you called him Manimal, you and your friends, but at no point was, well, I won't say at no point, maybe somewhere along the way. But if you ask people to land on what Larry Johnson's nickname was, it was Grandmama. Do what now? Okay. Oh, he's on the phone? That's right. Never mind. I forgot about that. He's somewhere. Hey, John.
Good morning, Gigan. How are you?
How you doing? I forgot you're out and about somewhere. Where are you? Washington, maybe?
I'm actually heading to the belly of the beast, New York City, to visit the daughter.
Yeah, you get her out of there, buddy. Get her out. Send in medevac or something. Get her out of that city before somebody beats her up and kills her because I don't know, she has certain color eyes.
She said it's crazy up there for sure. So anyway, so you remember last week I was telling you I was going to be on River City Live asking early Father's Day questions, and I said I would go ahead and hit you guys up with those questions to start. Okay,
the forgotten holiday.
So, that's right, the forgotten holiday. Very good. Okay, who is Emilio Estevez's actor father?
Yeah, that's not Martin Sheen.
Yes. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, what is the most popular Father's Day gift? Is it cologne, tie, flowers?
It's definitely not flowers. It was forever a tie. I mean, that's like the cliche Father's Day gift, but people don't wear ties as much anymore. Is it cologne? Do enough kid? Do you buy your dad cologne? I mean, the tie's the cliche. I can't. Although it is the idiocracy here. Maybe it's flowers.
Right.
I'm gonna go with the old. This. Let's go cologne.
All right.
Tie.
It is tie. Who wears
Still a
ties
tie.
anymore? That surprises me.
I know it's true. You're right. We've gone.
I thought it was too close. I thought it was a trick
casual.
question. It's too. It was too. It was too obvious.
Trick question.
No, I'm saying it's just too obvious. I mean, I thought it was a trick
right,
in.
yeah.
It's just way too obvious an answer. Tie, but anyway.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. That's like I can always remember Father's Day. I always gave my dad Old Spice cologne.
There you go. You're a
Yeah.
cologne guy. Sure.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
gave you Sauvage, and you called it even.
All right. That's very good. Okay. Who played Vito Corleone in The Godfather?
That was. Is that the main? He's the main Godfather, right? Isn't he? Or no? Is Vito the main Godfather? That's Marlon Brando, isn't it? Isn't he the Godfather or no? Or is Vito one of the kids? No, it's Father's Day. Isn't that Marlon Brando? Was he the Godfather or no? Marlon Brando.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is Father's Day. Yes.
No, I honestly, I've seen the Godfather. It's been decades, and I'm not all that familiar with it, to be honest.
And by the way, Eden and Rance missed that one.
I don't know why that. Who did they go to Nero or something? What'd they do?
No, they went. Well, De
Pacino?
Niro was in the second. Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This next one is multiple choice. How many dads are there in the U.S.? 25 million, 57 million, or 74 million?
How many dads?
Yes, dads. DADS.
Okay. Well, there's about 330 million Americans, and so that if we're just gonna, so if you go half and half men and women, that would give you 160 million. So potential dads. So if you got 100, yeah, I'd say it's probably. Yeah, don't you? Some of those. Okay, what are my three again?
25 million,
yeah.
57 million, 74 million.
50-something million. 50.
74
It is that much. I was going to do just the straight math. If I'd have quartered it, that would have been it. If I'd
well, your thought process, I thought you were going.
That's where I was headed. And then I thought, well, do half the men have kids? Maybe they're not. And I thought, well, maybe they're not old enough to have kids yet. And I was including that into the processing.
Yeah. Funny you should mention that with age. So you have a 10-year window on this one.
Okay.
How old was the oldest man to father his first child within 10 years?
Are you talking like modern day?
Well, I didn't say that. Just period. I'm not talking about.
No, we're not going biblical, right? We're not throwing Abraham at you, right? Okay.
No.
Why not? Anyway, how old was the oldest pops?
To father his first child.
His first child.
Window
90.
Oof, up that high?
Yeah. Okay. 85. I mean, I don't want. It won't be 100.
Yeah, no.
85 gives you 75 to 95. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely higher. Okay, 85.
You're within it. 94.
Wow.
See, 90 was closer. That's crazy, dude. That's almost irresponsible.
Well, here's the next crazy one. We're going the opposite end of the spectrum, okay? Within 5. How old was the youngest recorded father in history?
Oh, good Lord. What are we doing here? Within 5? That should be easy.
Within 5.
So I'd say like 8. You know what I'm saying? That gives us,
Well, ain't no 3-year-olds who producing children. So yeah, we just got to go to the low. This is easy because it's not 14.
Correct.
It's definitly lower than that.
Yeah,
so yeah, you could go
14.
like 10.
Uh-huh.
If we get 5 both ways.
Ain't no 5-year-old.
What's the answer going to be like 9, isn't it? We're going 10. Yeah.
9 is the answer.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm just going to say this, and I hate to be judgmental. That's bad parenting.
Oh man.
Yeah. When your 9-year-old's getting ladies pregnant, then yeah, we've lost the task here.
Hello. Okay. What was the priest's name on the series MASH?
The priest. That's another one that it's It's O something, I think. Or is it not? Father, I can see the guy.
Colonel Potter used to call him Padre.
Yeah, again, MASH is another I find show that I find to be boring and never watch. Father, is it, okay, I'm going to have to get some clues here. Is it O something?
Okay, no, it begins with an M, like Mary.
Yeah, Father, I don't know.
Father Mulcahy.
Okay, sounds right. Mulcahy sounds like
you recognize it now?
It sounds like it should be O Mulcahy, but yeah.
Okay. All right. What movie starred Steve Martin, Diane Keaton as his wife, and Martin Short as the wedding planner?
Father of the Bride.
There you go. Hey, speaking of Martin Short, I think it was Netflix that had a special on him. It was really good.
Was it? Yeah, I'll never watch that in a million years. You'd have to put toothpicks in my eyes and sit me in front of the TV to get me to watch 60 minutes of Martin Short's act. Ooh.
Well, no, it's about his life.
I don't care about his life.
Oh.
That is the most annoying entertainer in the history of my life.
Okay. Okay. Well, you did pretty well on all. Those were the Father's Day questions.
Okay.
So let's give you a few regular ones.
Okay.
From last night. Okay.
And we'll let you bebop or out on vacation. And I'm in all seriousness, go nowhere near Madison Square Garden today. Don't go down.
I'm not.
Yeah,
no.
Don't go down there tonight because if the Knicks lose, somebody will beat you up.
If the Knicks win,
these are facts.
If the Knicks win, somebody will still act like that.
That's right.
I know. Trust me.
Stay inside after about 6 o'clock because those animals up there can't be trusted.
Okay, there may be some imbibing going on, so we've already talked about that.
Then be extra careful.
Yes, of course. Okay, music.
Manilow!
Inducted in 2010, which musical group's name is first alphabetically among the list of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees?
Well, this is just a question: is ABBA in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Because the AC/DC popped into my head, but ABBA,
Aerosmith came, but ABBA.
Aerosmith, but that's after.
Correct.
So did ABBA make the Hall of Fame? I mean, I remember this along the way. I remember thinking these groups, musicians that are going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame don't sound rock and roll at all.
Yeah, well, Aretha Franklin is in there too.
There you go.
Go figure.
Let's go.
Right?
It's either ABBA or AC/DC. I would assume AC/DC's in, but let's go ABBA.
ABBA is correct.
Okay.
Very good.
You are a dancing queen.
Yes. Okay. Movie. In 1993's Tombstone, which character's catchphrase was, "I'm your Huckleberry"?
Yeah. We'd had a good day here with Hick because these are movie questions he would know. And MASH, he would know all those. Doc Holliday.
Doc Holliday. Val Kilmer.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another
Very
really
good.
good movie that I don't revisit movies a lot. Unless it's a silly movie that I just leave on as I come across it again.
Yeah. Sports.
Wheelhouse.
Who is the only person in NBA history to be named Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year?
That's one of two guys. It's either Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year, Most Valuable Player. I think it's a guy that we referenced, ET, back in your little Larry Johnson commercial.
Yeah.
I think it's Larry Bird. Yeah. Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy that could have been?
Isaiah popped into my mind because he also had a good stint as a coach with, I believe, the Pacers, and he was involved with the Knicks. I don't know if he did any good. I was just trying to think of guys that are of that level that did both, administer. I thought of Elgin Baylor, but I don't think he coached. I'm certainly not Coach of the Year. But anyway, we got it right. It doesn't matter the wrong ones, I thought.
Yeah. Okay, I've got time for a couple more.
Okay.
World history.
Okay.
In 1521, Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés defeated which empire?
The Aztec Empire.
The Aztec Empire, correct.
Yeah.
All right. Finishing out with words.
Words. You hurt me with your words.
OPEC is an example of what word that means group of independent market participants who collude with each other in order to improve their profits and dominate the market.
Is it a cartel? I mean, it's cartel, isn't it? Even though you assume that you kind of associate that with a bad term. Is it cartel?
It is cartel. Yeah. Actually, one more for you. One more.
All right.
U.S. states.
U.S. states.
Billings and Missoula are the two most populous cities in which state?
Montana.
Very good.
All right. Well,
good job
okay.
today, even without Hick, all right?
Yeah, we did.
Not bad.
A couple of the time capsule entertainment questions we would have gotten right. So we at least we had got Marlon Brando. At least we got that. Hey, John, appreciate it. Enjoy your time up there. Be safe, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay, thanks. See you next week.
All right, that's Get Smart, John. We're back with more next. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's high-speed chaos.
They're crashing mid-tack.
This Sunday at Pocono Raceway.
And this was part of the gamble. Caution flag is out.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here, folks. It's happening. It is happening. We're going fairway, lush, and green at the Hicken household for, topdressing.com. Treated my yard, and I'm telling you guys, another company cannot do what they do. They have the custom equipment, that secret mix. You can't buy it in a store. Heck, it takes a year to make. With topdressing.com, you're amending your soil, and it's thriving. Make your neighbors jealous. Get to topdressing.com today or call 888-850-1850 for your free estimate.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can get in on the action of the prediction market, Kalshi. You can make that knowledge turn into straight cash home. You can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. Maybe you're going to pick the World Cup winner. He trades at X%. Go to Kalshi, Kalshi, and follow the instructions. Don't get bogged down in the terminology and the predictive percentages. It'll work like you expect it to when you're just simply trying to predict, in this case, sports outcomes. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there is no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position for a limited time. Download the Kalshi app and use code 1010XL. You'll get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game in this year's World Cup. 18 and over only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Hurricane season is here. Is your home storm ready? Renewal by Andersen is offering storm season savings with buy one, get one 40% off windows and doors. Plus, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 full year. In recent years, storms have caused tens of billions of dollars in damage across Florida. Prepare your home now with our Claim Impact Windows. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Fathers are a gift, and 1010XL has some great gift options from Beaches Dermatology, Houston's Meats, Kuhn Flowers, and Green Acres Sporting Goods. Gift ideas for Father's Day are a click away at 1010XL.com.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, summertime is finally here, and it's time to take advantage of Zero Res's best deal of the summer. Hicken here. Don't let rising gas prices stop you from having a clean and healthy home. Zero Res is keeping comfort affordable with powerful cleaning at a price families can feel good about. Zero Res can handle every surface in your home: carpets, tile, grout, hardwood, laminate, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, and more. Take 25% off all services except air duct cleaning. That's $5.99 per system for air duct cleaning, by the way. Two great deals. 25% off all services except air duct cleaning, which is $5.99 per system. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Ask for the 1010XL special.
Want to stretch that dollar? Taylor Doll here to help save you money with the Money Pages magazine and app. Trying to figure out dinner? Money Pages has deals at your favorite local restaurants. Need auto repairs or an oil change? Money Pages has coupons to help you save. Looking to do some home improvement projects? Money Pages has deals on everything home, from AC repair and plumbing to flooring and painting. Check your mailbox for Money Pages today and download the app for savings on the go.
Something amazing is happening right now at Beard's Diamonds. Now, for a limited time, you can pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yeah, Hicken here. You heard it right. That's $12,000 designer engagement ring, yours now for $200 a month. That makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends at the end of the month, June 30th, and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, $50 a month? Make any purchase, spread your payments over 5 years with 0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let the non-commissioned experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends June 30th. Shop local. Shop Beards Diamonds.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I mean, there's a lot of examples where he's able to go out there and execute something at a high level without having to maybe go through it beforehand or talk through it with the offense, talk through it with the backs or tight ends. So it's not just him, it's really everybody. But, for example, the other day he goes out and makes a protection call that we haven't called or really gone through with the group in months because it hadn't really been since the season, the fall. And he goes out there and calls it, and the guys are able to execute it really without us going through things, which I love because then I turn around and get to tell those guys, see, this is proof you don't need coaches. I don't need to tell you guys anything. You guys should be able to execute on your own without us doing anything. But that was encouraging just to see him go out there and kind of pick up right where we left off in the fall without us going through something.
That's Grant Udinski, the Jaguars offensive coordinator, giving the practical side to some of these cliches we throw, comfort in the system. Year 2 in the system. You give them a practical example when asked, and I appreciate that. A practical example. And well, tell me exactly what you mean when you say, Trevor is, quote, more comfortable or growth in the offense. And that growth is going to continue. We're still baby steps, man. This offense, it's infancy. The really good teams get those dudes together, and especially the quarterback, and they ride it 6, 8, 10 years, man. And hopefully this is that beginning. Hopefully it is. One thing that we did not get much of at all this offseason was activity, right? We were absent in the free agent game, minus some very notable defections, at least as far as what the world was watching. The draft was full of players, but no high picks. And then, again, according to the quote-unquote consensus, some dubious picks at that. Not everybody was all quiet, though. No, a lot of teams, a lot of contenders doing even more to position themselves. I give them credit for being aggressive. Were you the Rams in the big move they made, or you're the Patriots, and you go get your guy legitimate number 1. In this case, somebody else's spoiled milk, A.J. Brown. SI has put together, that's Sports Illustrated, the 2026 offseason winners and losers. And you get it they go from both the team and player standpoint. Winners, Chris Shula and Myles Garrett. Chris Shula is the Rams defensive coordinator. Not like he needs help in getting a head coaching gig. He was interviewing in this go round, but now, as many coordinators under McVay, he's going to get a shot, and having Myles Garrett will just about guarantee that shot will come next year. After the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, the team started jumping on the trend of prioritizing defense. Defensive-minded coaches, Jesse Minter, Jeff Hafley, Robert Saleh were hired by the Ravens, Dolphins, and Titans. Look what the Rams did. They went and traded for Garrett. They went and got cornerback Trent McDuffie. They're trying to build a defense as dynamic as their offense. More from the winners and losers file. Winner Cam Ward, former Kane and quarterback of our arch rival Titans. This is the time of year when social media coordinators get fans to be overly optimistic about the upcoming season, posting highlights of players working out in shorts. Here. But I'm sort of buying the content the Titans have posted on rookie wide receiver Carnell Tate. That seems to be that highly drafted skill position player. Who would it have been last year? Buka, maybe, especially out of the gate. Tet McMillan.
Yeah.
Seems like Carnell Tate is who everyone believes this year's offensive rookie of the year will be.
I don't like that.
Number 4 of a pick overall, and they took the quarterback number 1. Yeah, let's hope it doesn't work and isn't the beginning of a long, happy relationship there. They also added Wan'Dale Robinson, so that helps Cam Ward. And then you got Brian Dable, who's a good offensive coordinator, did wonders with Josh Allen in Buffalo. More winners, Raiders front office. Huh. Don't usually get that one. They got the number 1 quarterback in the draft. Paid the best center on the market. Got a veteran, valid quarterback as Fernando Mendoza gets started on his journey. And by the way, out of pure accident, got Max Crosby back after they'd already spent all that money. So it ended up being a double. But, are they ready this year? You got a rookie quarterback. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if this is winning or losing, but one of the winners, the Cardinals' hopes for landing the 2027 number 1 overall pick. There seems to be a empowering consensus that the Cardinals are their worst team in football. They also have one of the toughest schedules in the league, and that doesn't help, especially since you were last place. Joe Burrow, buddy, they're on the Burrow train. They're back on Joey B. I feel like the media wants Joe Burrow to win. All right, this is what they write about Burrow. This might be the year of that cakewalk game we'll have week 4. That'll be a cakewalk. This might be the year that Burrow and his explosive offense finally get some help from the defense. Trade for star defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. Trey Hendrickson no longer around, but there is pass rush depth with the arrival of Boye Mafe and second-round selection Cassius Howell. Add a defense. The offensive line at times has held back Burrow, but he's maintained. Burrow has never been the problem with the Bengals.
Never.
And people want to downplay. What's Joe Burrow ever done? What are y'all doing? What are y'all watching?
What are y'all watching?
What are you watching? You can't. And by the way, of these hot shots, who's the one that went to the Super Bowl? Was it Josh Allen? Missed it. Was it Lamar Jackson? Didn't see that one. Joe Burrow? Pretty sure he went to a Super Bowl. Didn't win. It was close. Almost won, but nonetheless went. Y'all just want to downgrade Joe Burrow left and right. I don't get it. He's kind of polarizing, I guess. That's the only thing that explains it.
Yeah.
You're picking apart Joe Burrow and his talent, bro. I am not playing. All right, here are the losers. Off-season winners and losers. We gave you the winners. Here are the losers real quick. Familiar contenders with Super Bowl droughts. Must have been frustrating for the Bills to see the Patriots brush off a few dark seasons, quickly get to the Super Bowl. That's fair. And now Drake May's got A.J. Brown. Josh Allen has DJ Moore, but let's be honest, A.J. Brown's a little better than DJ Moore. Clock's ticking on Buffalo winning the Super Bowl. Josh Allen just recently turned 30, but the years get away from you. They get away from him. We're going to wake up tomorrow doing the drill. Josh Allen will be 35, and the Jags will have won a Super Bowl. It'll still be waiting on him. All right, so that ticking clock. Brandon Ayuk goes into the loser category. Man, he just keeps going on and on and on, and just ratcheting up the rhetoric against the...
How do you just walk away from $20 million like that?
It's calling the 49ers babies who don't want to play ball. And by the way, after getting an arrest warrant for posting a video of him speeding near the team's facility. Brandon, we decided that we are going to keep you. However, your offseason is going to consist of, see that electromagnetic box over there? Just go sit on that thing. We'll see you. See you at the end of practice. Mike Vrabel loser of the offseason. Man, by a million miles, the biggest. Chicago residents, if the Bears move to Indiana, they seem to be in the last stages of posturing if that's all they're doing. The Chicago Bears in Indiana it seems a little bit more wrong than some other teams that might not play directly in their... I mean, like San Francisco 49ers don't play in San Francisco, but it's in California. And the only one, I guess, that it's a different state, right, would be New York. But New York, New Jersey, it's just, you look right across the river at the city. It feels like New York.
Right.
Steelers' young quarterbacks, I get it, how they could be, quote, losers because the ayahuasca user decided to come back for another year. Oh, yeah. Say loser for your holiday plans. No, these all this football accentuates my holiday plans. It doesn't make them any worse. All right, 8 o'clock hour when we return. Murphy Power Hour is still to come on this Wednesday morning. We got lots of MLB notes, and I'll give you kind of a Cliff's Notes version. NBA Finals resume tonight. We got deets on that. Jags mini camp continues, and your chance to see him in person. As long as you are ticketed, and those get kicked off here before you know it this morning as well. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Bringing you Jaguars players, coaches, and breaking news year-round.
We got to go back to our fundamentals.
On the home of the Jaguars.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3.
1010XL.
Hurricane season is here, and now is the time to make sure your property is ready. Weak, damaged, or overgrown trees can become a serious hazard when storms move in. Trust the experts at Lucas Tree Service with over 45 years of experience for professional tree trimming, removal, and storm preparation. Don't wait until a storm is on its way. Schedule your tree assessment today at lucastreeservice.com.
If you own or manage a commercial property or HOA, one backup can quickly turn into a flooded parking lot and costly damage. Duck Rooter's VACCon team brings the equipment and experience to get the job done right. Right now, get $250 off VACCon service and make sure your storm drains are ready for heavy rain. Keep water moving where it should, away from your property.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Every time your team makes a move,
This kid could be the game breaker we're looking for.
1010XL will break it down.
We're professionals. We have a job to do, a season to plan.
Follow the road to the regular season with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Hey, gang, you might be aware credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payment, so they're getting nowhere. But here's what many homeowners don't realize. That use the equity in your home. You can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash, and with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can pay off your credit cards, your existing HELOC, your car loans, get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved, saved over $1,500 a month. And here's the best part with Loan Pronto. You can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com, see how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto. 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com.
Hey, poker players! The Poker Atlas Tour is coming to Best Bet St. Augustine, June 18th to the 28th. The Poker Atlas Tour features 7 events, including the $600 no-limit hold'em title event with a $200,000 guaranteed prize pool. And event number 1, a $300 no-limit hold'em with a $100,000 guarantee. For more details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Dr. George Bari. Bari Orthopedics is your choice when it comes to an injury. We're here for you and your loved ones to deliver excellent treatment and care fast the first time. Trust your care in our hands. Get same-day appointments for your injuries with 3 locations. If it hurts, ask us first. Bari Orthopedics.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Hey, it's Greg, and here at 1010XL, we talk about our specific professional goals. In personal life, most goals people have a pretty clear course. Say, I want a trip to Chicago, so you read a couple reviews, talk to some friends, save up some money, and book it. Maybe adjust, but overall, it's a specific plan to reach that goal. So now if your goal is to lose 40 or 50 pounds, where's the specific clear path? Maybe read reviews, talk with a few friends, and try something out. And when it doesn't work, you're disappointed. We've all been there, and it stinks. You know what Yoda said? Try not. There is no try. So do what I did and start doing. Reach your weight loss goal with Awaken 180. It's a clear course to success without the frustration. No guesswork, no trial and error, and no medication side effects. I'm proof. I dropped over 22 pounds already my first month, and it was simple. A word never associated with weight loss, except when referring to Awaken 180. Choose the simple, clear course to success with the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Hall & Sons Plumbing. Jag OC Grant Udensi commented on Trevor Lawrence going down during OTAs.
You lose your breath for a few seconds. Protecting the quarterback and protecting the football is of the utmost importance.
Florida State recruiting stays hot. 4-star wideout Sean Green commits to the Noles over Georgia and Virginia. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:07 and it's 77 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for the 8 a.m. hour next right here on 1010XL at 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
We got the Murphy Power Hour coming up here in a little bit. I got a bunch of interesting stories and opinions that I want to get by Daniel Murphy today. A bunch of them. There's a lot happening in Major League Baseball. The Braves saw Ronald Acuna Jr. leave last night's loss at the White Sox. He's got that hamstring tightness again. I got to be honest, watching it happen in real time, I'm glad to get the update today that it's hamstring tightness, because that was one of those that looked like it was more than hamstring tightness. Typically, hamstring tightness, you may not even notice it during the sprint. They just have to leave a little bit later. He pulled up 2 or 3 feet from first base and straight leg limped it back to the dugout. I was concerned it'd be a lot longer than that. And so the Braves are just winning in this incredible clip, and they're not, overly impressive. They've won the close games. They've won the low-scoring games. They've won the one-run games. As I've said it, winning just gets in the way, or they can't get out of winning's way. And last night they did. So they lost 6-5. Raciel Iglesias gave up 2 in the 10th. But all eyes on Ronald Acuna, who I would imagine would sit out today. Braves do have Chris Sale to go to the mound. They don't lose a lot of baseball games in series, but down 1-0 now in this 3-gamer. So there's that. And then this must be awesome for an athlete. So Jazz Chisholm is batting last night. Your guy, you like him?
I like Jazz.
Former Marlin. And the Yankees are playing the Guardians. All right, in Cleveland. And Chisholm is up in the, 8th inning maybe. And he's also kind of a target, right? He's an outspoken guy. He's the guy on the other team they boo. Jazz Chisholm was at the plate yesterday, and the chant got the old the stadium got the old overrated chant going. And Chisholm, using Aaron Judge's bat, which is about as big as he is,
probably
hit a long home run. There you go. Overrate that, boys.
Yeah, that got to feel good.
It's got to feel so good when they're getting on you, and then you just right there on them, man. I mean, and that's like in all of sport, that's like the best answer that a player can have for a fan. Like if they're chanting overrated and you're at the free throw line for oh great, ooh.
Right.
I mean, my man hit a homer.
Yeah, he hit a homer.
Right.
What would be equivalent to that? Like in any other sport?
But not in terms of it immediately preceding what happens. I don't know if another sport gives you that. Could you be given you could give an over? It would be baseball. Like you get maybe a reliever's coming in. You say he's overrated. He strikes out the side. That doesn't even feel nearly the same. As far as taking the taunting and immediately giving, Reggie Miller and Spike Lee's right in his ear and he hits it, but that's, but he's got
that's just one jumper, like with Reggie Miller.
It's just one.
This is a home run. It's a big deal.
It's a home run. And then, by the way, you get to
trot around.
That's right. Get your primp right around that. Get a mosey around those bases.
You take your time getting around the base.
You take your good.
I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah, I think actually you take your good sweet time. I think is what you would do.
I saw something with Georgia baseball recently. This could have happened a couple days ago, where one of the Bulldogs, he hit a home run,
Yeah, we
And-
talked. Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually saw it.
Yeah,
Like it was like that. What we're talking about right now, what Jazz Chisholm said. It was a lot going on as he went around the bases.
Yeah.
Now, was he penalized for that?
We got somebody had one. I can't keep up with the.
It's getting crazy.
Well, and they're very inconsistent. And who one umpire is going to say that's too much? And they call somebody hit a home run in college. They called him out.
Yeah.
Somebody on the text line hit me up. I don't remember. Yeah, that taunting happens a lot in high school basketball. You're right, but it's for free throw, dude. It's not a home. Like there aren't many scoring plays in sports that are as valuable as a home run. Right, that you can immediately produce in a quiet atmosphere, other than them taunting you. I heard the cut there too in the break about Trevor going down at OTA. There's no going down at OTAs. Trevor's fine. I don't know what that is. Did he slip? I honestly I don't know. I saw that too on our own quote cut sheet. But I've seen nothing to indicate. But I'm with you. I heard that too. What is that? There's just nothing anywhere about Trevor Lawrence going down in minicamp. I don't know what that means. I don't play Udinski. Let me see what. Let's go to the source here. Play Udinski. I don't know if we're going to hear anything more than what you heard in the update with Sam. His was a little bit shorter, but what do we got? Let me.
That's probably a good way to put it. You lose your breath for a few seconds. Certainly not our standard of practice and the way we want to go out there and execute things. Protecting the quarterback and protecting the football is of the utmost importance, so it's on us to make sure that we keep him protected at all times. But there's a standard we want to practice, and we know we're constantly working towards that standard.
Sounds like he got bumped. He got bumped in a workout, maybe tripped or something. There's no Trevor Lawrence injury. It's not a thing. So, and I don't mean I'm not being harsh to that question. I mean it's a fair question. What was that about? I just heard. I haven't seen that anywhere. Yeah, you and the rest of the world, friend. Yeah, so I don't think that's the deal. The injury that is real, and we've kind of known. We told you weeks ago that Chris Rodriguez had a foot. It's a right foot injury, and he had some sort of surgical procedure. They think he'll be ready in July. They said it happened during the offseason workouts here, although I do know he has had foot injuries in the past. I got a Daly's double take for you, or maybe I should say Daly's doubles take. First things first. When Serena Williams is back playing professional tennis, or at least she's kind of re-entered to see how it goes. She is playing in a doubles tournament, a grass court tune-up for Wimbledon, which is a little bit later this summer. She is paired with a 19-year-old. Now, tennis is a sport that, particularly when you first make your name, and you often do it as a teenager. Shoot, the Williams sisters themselves did that when they burst onto the scene as 14 and 15-year-olds. But for the Dailies Double Take, brought to you by the Pure Deliciousness, she's playing with her partner, Victoria Mboko, who, again, is 19 years old. When Victoria Mboko was born, it's her partner now in professional tennis yesterday. Mm-hmm. But when Victoria, or Vicky as Serena was calling her, when Vicky Mboko was born, Serena Williams had 5 singles Grand Slam titles already.
Dang.
Serena had already won 5 Grand Slam titles when her current partner at this week's professional stop was born 19 years ago. Surprised she didn't have more. How old is Serena? 44? 43? She looked good. I'll say this about Serena too, man. She might be the only professional athlete that goes through makeup before the event starts. She looked like she could walk right off the court to the Met Gala, brother.
She's 44. She'll be 45 in September.
About to be 45, 44 years old. I mean, is there any chance she goes and plays Wimbledon? I saw her hit some good shots. I mean, I don't know. It's doubles. She played with a 19-year-old against 2 ladies I've never heard of, but she looked good. Now, she's much fitter. Well, I shouldn't say fit because you can't get around and play. Like, she was a bigger woman, but she was fit. but she's thin. I mean, not skinny is what it is, but certainly thinner. She's on one of the shots, didn't she? She did a.
I think does she have the commercial?
Yeah, she got the advertising commercial for. In fact, might her husband be involved with one of those GLP companies?
That could be.
I don't know. I know he came from a tech side, but I want to feel like I don't know. Anyway, she looks younger than when she left. I'll put it that way. But Serena returned to action, and they won. They won yesterday, a straight set win in doubles. Williams' return appeared all but inevitable after she re-entered the drug testing pool late last year. She's been coy about what she wants this next chapter to look like, but she did insist before this week's tournament she has no expectations and, quote, nothing to lose. Maybe we'll see more of the 44-year-old in the coming months. We'll see more finals basketball tonight, 8:30 tip. The Knicks are 2.5-point favorites. Who's winning, ET? Who do you got tonight?
Oof, man. I'm leaning Knicks.
I'm kind of I find myself in the same boat every game. I don't know.
I don't.
I mean, I don't know.
Even in the middle of the game, I don't know.
And because the Knicks have done this a lot this postseason, they'll be down 8, 12, 14 points. You look up, they're up 6. So they're never out of it. That scares you when you're trying to put them away. It's like I said, I picked the Knicks when they were hot and they won. I'm going to take them to win the NBA Finals. I stood by that, but I also freely admitted before these finals start, I just don't know. I don't know what I think.
Oh, no.
I think one thing, and then I don't think I really think that anymore. And now the pendulum has swung back for me. I think the Spurs, they showed a grit and a determination. And now that the Knicks have lost, the prospect of losing 4 in a row doesn't seem outrageous. They're close teams.
Right.
One team wins the first couple, you get this impression. I'll remind you, the Hawks were up on the Knicks 2-1. And by the time that series ended, it looked like they were in a complete different weight class. That's not going to happen in this one. This one's going to go the duration. They're going to be close games, but could go the duration. And will probably be close games. But that's only if the Spurs win tonight. If it goes 3-1 Knicks, maybe it goes 3-2. Either way, we're going to have some drama. They had to win that game 3. Thank you, Spurs, for winning game 3.
They had to.
Yeah, the country apologizes for New York. I mean, if you go to New York these days, it's like the old Kurt Russell movie. It's Escape from New York just to get home out alive and safe. And I would encourage no one to go to any New York metropolitan sporting events last year really down with getting your A beaten to the ground and end up in the hospital, because that's how Knicks fans are acting up on the streets of New York while the finals go on. They're finding Spurs fan, ripping off their jerseys, trying to set one dude on fire, putting him in the hospital. So watch it on TV. Not worth putting up with the violent part of the idiocracy. Take a quick timeout. Murphy Power Hour still coming your way this morning. You are listening to The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's Cliff Averill one more time.
I'm Cliff Averill of the Seattle Seahawks and Clay High School on Jacksonville Sports Radio, 1010XL.
Cliff Averill has been a machine tonight.
Hey guys, Prosser here. When you need new windows or doors, you want high-end quality without the middleman markup, and that's exactly why I'm telling you about Cash Building Materials. Same premium materials, same beautiful finishes, but a price that actually makes sense for your home. No subcontractors, no runaround, just their own experienced crews who treat your house like it's theirs. Get a quote today. Thank me tomorrow. For windows and doors, search Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Wait, is that Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho, you think Brazil will win it all this summer?
Claro que sí. Can I just say, you're my favorite player ever.
Bet all of soccer's biggest matches this summer on Hard Rock Bet. And keep your cool in case you run into Ronaldinho. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and back your country. Roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 1:35 for the latest in sports injury from all the big names in the game. Who's MIA, who's coming back? Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 1:35 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie. When you buy tires, you should get more than just tires. You should get value that lasts. Well, at Big Chief Tire, every tire purchase comes with their Extra Mile program. That means $10 off every oil change, free tire rotations, free tire repairs, and more every time you visit. No points, no gimmicks, just real savings from a local shop you can trust. Call 904-932-0950 or visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com. That's how you take care of your car the right way.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Fred Taylor. If you've been in an auto accident, you need a team who knows how to get you back on your feet and back to your life. At North Florida Medical Center, they don't just treat the injury, they treat the whole person, from physical therapy to pain management. North Florida Medical Center has a team of experts ready to help you heal and recover. I trust the team here at North Florida Medical Center, and you can too. So don't wait. Call North Florida Medical Center and get the care you deserve.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is home this week and weekend at VyStar Ballpark. Tomorrow is Country Karaoke Night and Coors Light Thirsty Thursday. Friday, they'll light up the night sky with a post-game drone show. And Saturday, join them for a beach bag giveaway courtesy of Ascension St. Vincent's. Followed by Princess Day on Sunday at 2:05. Get your tickets now at jackshrimp.com. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball.
Hey guys, Hicken here. You know Zero Res won't let rising gas prices stop you from having a clean and healthy home. Flash sale time, baby. Oh yeah, call and book Zero Res this week. You get 3 rooms carpet cleaned for $149 and you get a 4th room for free. Flash sale, a no-brainer if you have 4 rooms in your house. Flash sale also includes $75 off air duct cleaning. So this week only, visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them 1010XL sent you for the flash sale.
Zero Res. 1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch.
She said, why do you done messed around and broke my daughter heart?
I appreciate the text line army. We have such a large group of loyal listeners, ET, that have their favorite interests in other places that aren't necessarily our wheelhouse. And so Georgia fan, I'm assuming, was answered. The Georgia guy was ejected and suspended for the first game against Mississippi State. After that, more than effusive bat flip. My freshman year at First Coast, Austin Rivers, Doc Rivers' kid who played at Duke, came and played in a playoff game. We were all chanting, overrated. He came down the court and nailed back-to-back logo threes and just stared at us. We didn't use that chant the rest of the
night. he was a high school phenom, though. He was different in high school.
Austin Rivers?
Yeah.
He may have been the number 1 player.
Yeah, he was. In the nation, yeah. He was a bad boy in high school.
Who was it? He was just in it with somebody. Was it Draymond? Who did he get it back and forth with?
Draymond. It was Draymond. Yeah.
I'm looking at some of these other stories from around the NFL, and we have a pretty drama-free, stress-free situation going here, man. That also feeds things. Like, what's the crisis point, right? Almost every team has got some crisis point. They've got an unhappy player, a contract unsettled, an injury, a coaching change.
We don't got that.
Give me one crisis point that this football team has right now.
Small market.
Yeah.
We don't got nothing.
I really feel that way. I mean, again, I'm not saying we're like a ready-made championship.
Right. We don't got no locker room issues.
Nothing.
We don't got no pending upset players.
That's right.
Scandals. We don't got none of that.
Almost every team has something.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the beginning of our schedule. Cleveland, need I say more? New coach, Shador, Deshaun, traded Myles Garrett. Week 2, Denver. Nick's hurt at the end of last year. He'll be back for that. But nonetheless, there's something. I mean, I don't know what else they would have. You know, we don't know the dynamics exactly. Didn't Denver just have one of their players arrested for domestic? I think they did. Cooper, didn't one of their linebackers get No? The last thing I want to do is be throwing that on somebody that didn't happen. I'm pretty sure the Broncos, maybe it was DUI, was something. What was the inappropriate conduct? Was it domestic or no? Yeah, right?
Jonathan Cooper.
Yeah, just happened. So, okay, there's that. Then we go to week 3, New England.
Oh, yeah.
Need I say more?
Right.
Week 4, Cincinnati. I don't know if there's a crisis point per se. They got a coach that's emerging.
He got to win.
Yeah, they got a coach emerging on the hot seat. They've got a quarterback who's going to restructure. They can restructure all they want. It's not the best thing when they come to you and say, "Hey, can we have some money back? We'll give it to you later." Yeah, lost Trey Hendrickson. I mean, there's some where are you getting that? And they've added plays too, but there's that's just the first 4. Like, there's no crisis. There's no, we had a lot of them last year now. Starting at the quarterback position, I wasn't in that camp, but I know how many of y'all were. We got short memories when it comes to players and when they turn things around.
Would ours be, where do we get the production that we lost from ETN?
I guess if you were going to have to define a crisis point, and that just doesn't feel crisis-y.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like a crisis. I mean, it might be. We are as unproven at that position as we've been, although Chris Rodriguez has miles on him. I mean, it is what it is. Again, that crisis gets mitigated so much by this productive passing attack we've been talking about expecting to have, and what is displaying itself even in these early workouts through OTAs and minicamp. But I just looked down. Ayuk aims more harsh comments towards the Niners. Coach says Browns QB1 competition to continue. In Minnesota, Murray, more reps would ease the transition. There's something everywhere. Cousin, Raiders, QBs, working force together. It's new quarter. I mean, just about everywhere there is something. I don't know if we have one. That doesn't mean there's not room for improvement and things need to be better. The offensive line certainly needs to be better. Not crisis point. D-line needs to get more sacks. It ain't a crisis point. It's more of a, I wouldn't say luxury. That probably not putting enough importance on it, but yeah, I mean, just they did it. They did this, at least how we said it can all change. This whole conversation 1 year from now could be a bemoaning mess. But they came in promising to raise the floor, and that much was done. The ceiling went way high last year too, but this floor just went way up. We are a team that, like it or not, even after a playoff year and a 9-8 season, we're always capable of throwing out a 3 or 4 win year. That's who we've been. Our floor heck, we had 1 and 2 win seasons to bring the number 1 pick here. Our floor was a basement. There's no earthly scenario, even if they lost 6 starters, including the quarterback, that they're winning 2 games this year. The floor has been put on stilts, like a beach house that knows the hurricane's coming. Ceiling, there's only one ceiling that's acceptable, and they give you the Lombardi Trophy for reaching it. The drill rolls on next on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Right now at Beard's Diamonds, pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends June 30th and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with 0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let the non-commission experts at Beards help you find the perfect piece of jewelry and take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends June 30th. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Hey, gang, Hickett here. When it comes to trucks and more trucks, the only name you need to know is George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom off Atlantic Boulevard is loaded with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. We're talking Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do. I just don't talk about them. I own them. I got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks of my own, and they've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. Power, dependability, style. Listen, gang, if it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet. Stop by Atlantic Boulevard today and see why truck people keep on coming back to George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet, together! That's right.
The new MVP of lunch has arrived. Firehouse Subs Steak and Cheese Melt. USDA Choice Flame-Seared Steak, sauteed red and green bell peppers, caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and mayo on a toasted sub roll. Steak and Cheese Melt, only at Firehouse Subs.
All right, folks, our private equity fund just bought another one in Jacksonville.
Love it. Let's make sure the website says locally trusted.
Should we change the number to a Florida area code?
Nah, just pretend we're local.
Meanwhile, Holland Sons Plumbing didn't need a rebrand to stay local. We're family-owned, veteran-operated, and proud to call Jacksonville home. So if you want a plumber who actually lives in your neighborhood, not in a boardroom, call Holland Sons Plumbing. Holland Sons Plumbing. Locally owned, nationally unbothered.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
We're back. Maybe you know what that music means. Take that foot off the gas and maybe tap the pedal. We got a drill speed trap alert in play. We do this to keep the city streets of Jacksonville safe. Keep that cash in your pocket too, right? Southside Boulevard under JTB. Ooh, back in the day, that was our way in and out of the old joint. Yeah, they've caught me right there in that honey pot before when you're going down Southside and you get under JTB there. Sometimes you'll find it at Southside when you go over beach. A couple spots there where you need to be on the lookout this morning. The Drill Speed Trap Alert brought to you by our friends at Catlin Truck Accessories. E.T., when you were in high school, what's the biggest stadium you ever played in? What's the biggest stadium and or crowd that you've ever played in? It would have been in high school football, I assume.
High school football for sure. We were a draw because we were pretty good, but away, Lincoln High School,
Tallahassee, Lincoln.
Yeah.
Now, excuse my ignorance. What like you're just your typical most of the high school stadiums here in town of the public schools, I'm assuming by design, they're all seated about the same. They got the big bleachers on one side, the smaller bleacher on the visitor side.
Correct.
Not exclusively, but for the most part. So what does an average high school game attend?
Right.
Is it like 4,000 or 5,000, you think?
That would be my guess, yeah.
I don't know how to estimate what that crowd is. In fact, some of you out there involved in your local high schools in football and game night or administrators, I got an AD right now listening, driving over to Ridgeview. Hit us on the text line, 904-641-1010, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, and tell us what's a healthy...
A packed crowd.
Yeah, like when range fills it up over there.
Because you got to account for the standing.
A lot of standers, man.
Yeah.
Standings, I was a stander.
Yeah. If I'm going, I'm standing.
Well, I have in front of me, E.T. So you would say it was Lincoln, and again, we just said we don't know exactly how to estimate those crowd sizes, but that's probably $5-6 grand or more.
I think about 5-6 grand. And then I almost forgot about these guys, Baker and Bradford. That's a draw out there too.
Those are big. And now, and by the way, there's a difference in that. Like, there's plenty get to play in bigger stadiums, but not bigger crowds.
That's true.
You go play in Jack Stadium, or you go play down in Gainesville for the state championship, and there's 3,000 people in the stadium. It is what it is. Well, I have in front of me, E.T. How far deep do I want to go? I'm going to go the 7 biggest high school stadiums in the country.
Ooh, okay.
As you can imagine, this list is permeated with Texas schools.
Yeah.
It's different out there, man.
It
really is. Like a lot of areas and regions, we like to brag about certain things that we have, and it's just different. Sometimes they're embellished. No, that Friday Night Light, that high school Texas football deal, it's different.
Right.
All right, we'll start at, and this isn't the Alamo Dome, Alamo Stadium in San Antonio, high school football stadium. Want to give me the, and by the way, these aren't college, it is still high school, so don't go crazy. It's not 50,000, but Alamo Stadium, 7 on the list. This will be your baseline guess. You'll be able to guess 6 through 1 a little better, depending on how close you get on this one.
I'm going to go 12 grand.
18,500. I like the 12 grand. I was afraid you're going to go too big. I like that.
Yeah.
You reined it in there a little bit. Because you know why? When you do that, it says, well, I'm overselling this. Like, I'll oversell something when you get, like, what? How much money do you think it's selling? $1 trillion, he tells me. Well, no, it's $148, but that's a lot. Alamo Stadium, 18.5. Next, what do you know? Mesquite, Texas.
Mesquite.
Memorial Stadium in Mesquite, Texas.
Yeah,
now, it is shared by all 5 high schools in the Mesquite Independent School District. God, they built this bad boy in 1976. A little bigger than the last one, so what's your guess?
Oh, that's going to be 20 grand.
19,400.
Hey, I should have went 19.5.
19.4 was really close. So that's 2 for 2 in Texas, by the way. For the third biggest stadium, we go to Canyon, Texas. Happy State Bank Stadium in Canyon, Texas.
Got to go 25.
20. So barely bigger than the last one. All right, now we go to the fourth biggest stadium. This isn't, not all of these are built on a high school campus. They're like a shared high school stadium, or they're built for high school playoffs.
Right, yeah.
But BREC Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
It has a capacity of 21.5, primary venue for Louisiana High School Athletic Association football in East Baton Rouge since 56. So, yeah, high school stadium. All right, number 3. Yeah, you forget this is a high school stadium. Here's your hint. The Jags have played a game in this stadium.
The Jags have played a game in this stadium. A game.
The Jags have played an NFL game in this, the third biggest high school stadium in the country. It's kind of a trick question. See if you can get there. Oh, I got it. He's squirming. I can hear his brain buzzing through his headphones.
Like what came to my mind, I know some high schools play at Jerry's World, but it ain't it ain't that.
No, that's not a high school stadium. We can.
Yeah.
I can confirm that Jerry's World is not a high school stadium. Although to your point, they play. And by the way, they'll put $60,000 for those high school games. Like the Florida High School Championship, even if it's thick and rich, it might get 30, maybe if the two South Florida Powers play in pro player. You ready for it? I don't want you to, because you forget in these terms. Hall of Fame Stadium, Canton.
Oh, yeah.
It only now they may add some seating. I don't know for the NFL exhibition game, but 22,400. So we actually have been to one of these states. Were you up? You weren't up there.
Didn't go.
All right. There he is. The second biggest is on Maui.
Oh.
So I'm assuming most of the island plays their games there. War Memorial Stadium, it's 23,000. Can you imagine being a high school kid and playing in front of these kinds of crowds? If that's again, capacity and attendance, two different things. Go to a major league game in August. Capacity, attendance, not the same. The biggest high school stadium in the country is we're back in Louisiana.
Oh.
We're in New Orleans. Tad Gormley Stadium in New Orleans City Park is the largest venue regularly used for high school football in the U.S. It has a capacity of 26,500. So it sounds like the closer you get to Texas, the bigger it is, right? Louisiana borders it there, and there you have it. So, ET, you didn't hit the 26,000 mark in high school.
Negative.
I'm trying to sit here. Like again, the difference in we'll welcome not Dodger Stadium maybe. What's big? What was the big? Activate Yellow. What's the biggest? This little preview for the Murphy Power Hour.
Yeah.
What's the biggest major league stadium? Is it Dodger Stadium?
Currently, right? Yeah, I feel like it'd be Dodger. It was Shea for a bit. Shea was
the
massive.
old Shea.
Yeah.
Well, they built them big back in the day. They were all 60, 70,000 seat.
An experience.
Remember that we went through a stretch where they all built the bowls, they put down the artificial turf, and they did football and baseball in the same place. Can you imagine these owners today having to share a field with a
I remember
baseball
the
or football
first
team?
triple that got hit against us when I was playing left field. I could feel the stadium, like the people rise up for us. And then when they hit one against us, I went to go get the ball, and you could tell by the crowd because you could feel them. And once they rose above this, I was like, oh, snap, he's going to third for sure. I got to get this ball in the air.
All right, well, there's the preview, the dulcet tones of one Daniel Murphy. We talk a lot of baseball here in the Power Hour, but we'll touch on some other stuff with the Jags starting mini camp. And but I've got a hot list here. This is gonna be like an MLB show. I'm just gonna throw you headlines and I'm gonna get your perspective. I know how caught up you stay. So Murphy Power Hour. When we return, you're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Summer on the First Coast, the heat, the beach, and Jacksonville Sports Radio, 1010XL.
Coogan's Hickin here, and it's June. Yes, summertime. Not only are the kids out of school, but it also is Men's Health Awareness Month. Did you know the largest organ on your body is your skin? That's right. And with this summertime sunshine state heat, got to protect that skin, folks. It's more important than you think. I've been seeing my doctor at Beaches Dermatology for years, and my skin thanks me for it. It doesn't take long, but it's a must. Book your appointment today, like right now, online at beachesdermatology.com.
All right, this is for the Guggenellas and you kids out there today. Don't forget the Forgotten Holiday is just a little over a week away, Father's Day. I know we don't expect you to stop the world for us like we do for the moms, but maybe give us a little bit of a shout out. You can do that by going to liveforevergolf.com. They got Father's Day deals galore. For the dad who plays like it matters, you can get him the hoodie he'll wear every single round. They've got these the sun protection hoodies. Those are awesome. Performance hoodies. They call it the Dawn Patrol, and he's going to look awesome in his performance knit hoodie. Take care of Dad on Dad's Day. Let's stop it with the Forgotten Holiday, and let's honor Pops everywhere and do it with getting him the best gear and apparel going, and that is at Live Forever Golf and liveforevergolf.com.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Join Sporting News Jacksonville correspondent Pete Prisco for NFL news and notes. Of course. Thursday afternoons on The Frangie Show. Frank Frangie and Hayes Carline. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Homeowners running out of space in your kitchen, closets bursting at the seams, or maybe your bathroom just feels outdated and cluttered. At Harvest Construction and Remodeling, custom cabinets are what they do best. Owner Scott spent years as the main cabinet installer for one of the region's largest big box retailers. As a family man growing his own business, he brings that experience directly to homeowners like you. They'll create beautiful storage solutions that improve look, feel, and function. Visit harvestrenovations.com.
License number CRC 1331012.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Underwood has completed 75 years in business, and now you are starting your next 75 years. If you were going to simplify things, what is the single most important thing in Underwood's history, and what will be the most important thing in your future?
Frank, that's simple. Our honesty and integrity. You know, our founder, H.F. Underwood's favorite saying was, know the truth and tell the truth. That's why we're the longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in Florida. Because we know you have to have the knowledge about gemstones before you can tell the truth about them. That's why we continue to educate our staff through the Gemological Institute of America and the American Gem Society. In fact, today, Underwoods has the largest American Gem Society credentialed staff of professionals east of the Mississippi River. So come by and see why we're looking forward to the next 75 years and let one of our experts assist you.
That's at Underwoods, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. If you love your dad or husband, but their garage is a mess, well, I've got good news for you. Closets by Design's Father's Day sale is here. Imagine custom cabinets for tools and beach gear, storage walls that actually organize the chaos, and durable garage flooring that makes the whole space feel brand new. It's the perfect gift for just about any dad. Right now, get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. Make an appointment today to see their garage showroom on Phillips Highway or visit them online, closetsbydesign.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Welcome to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets. That ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, couldn't be more fortunate than have Daniel Murphy in studio with us. We'll talk a lot of baseball. We'll hit some other stuff as well. Murph, how you been? You had the little road trip out to Seattle.
Went to Seattle, watched the Mets play. They don't look so good.
I don't like your late game draws because I don't watch. I can't watch. They're late night.
I can't believe nobody wanted to go out to Seattle. I can't believe that one was
got
over.
You for that one?
Yeah, that's why I went out to Seattle on the moon.
When is the what's your next one?
So the beginning of August, the 86 team is celebrating since nobody's been able to win one since then. So it's 40 years. So Ron Darling and Keith Hernandez, who usually do the broadcast, they'll be getting down with the boys on the field.
Okay.
So I'll be up in the booth.
Do you know who they play?
We play.
We got a wee out of them. I like it.
I guess they're paying me.
Yeah, it might be the first wee we've had in a while.
No, that is wee.
That's not weak.
No, it's not weak. It's just they don't pay the bills, but I guess they do a little bit now.
All right.
I think it's Miami.
Miami.
I think it's Miami.
We can get some wins for that.
I think we got ET's
not we.
fish.
Y'all can get some wins for that one. We had a little bit of Mets history made. No Met has ever had 6 hits in a game, and so I'll play the role of a hick in here, and I'll hijack the first 5 minutes and talk Mets baseball. Carson Bench, I know he's a young guy you guys are excited about. I did check out a little of the Mets game last night, and he's up in the 280s. He's getting better, but he had a 5-hit game the other day. So did you ever have a 5-hit game?
No 5-hit games for
How
me.
impressive is it to you for a guy to get 5 hits?
I think it's supremely impressive because you got to be switched on the whole time. I was joking with E, and I was like, E, you get up there. I had my 4th hit, in a game. I kind of switch off on that last at bat. Like, this day's over. That's a good shift. But, to stay switched on the entire day, maybe a bit of good fortune in there, but I could tell you one thing on 5 hits, you go 5 for you didn't strike out once.
Can you differentiate between the impressiveness of, say, 5 hits in a game versus 3 homers in a game?
Homers,
3 homers in a game.
Them
and
homers.
I didn't bother saying 4. That's just stupid.
3. Even, to be honest, if you hit 5 singles or 2 homers, I might take them pumps.
Yeah. What about 5 singles, 1 homer?
Now we're cooking.
Depends if someone's on base.
Yeah.
All right. So Benj went 5 for 5. The last 2 Mets. We'll play Mets trivia with Daniel Murphy since you missed Get Smart John. Teammates did it in 2023.
All right. So former teammates of mine?
2020. No.
2 teammates did it in 23.
3 years ago, you had y'all had 2 guys that had 5-hit games.
All right. So in 23.
They are exactly who you'd think they'd be. That would be my. Although you might say McNeil, it wasn't him. If it weren't McNeil, it would be these 2 guys to me.
Alonso?
No.
All right, I'm losing now. I'm trying to even think who's on the ball club in 20. I was playing that year, so
one guy is still a mainstay. He's injured at the moment.
Lindor.
Okay. So the other guy is the guy I thought you would think of first. You love this guy. He doesn't play for the Mets anymore.
Nimmo.
Yeah.
Brandon did it.
Nimmo.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Jose Reyes on there?
Jose Reyes did it. I saw his name, but they look at further back into Mets history. I'm going to give you the year. These, I think you'll get. I don't know. This is hard. What year were you born?
I'm 85. Like
these are the 86 Mets. Historically, have you paid much attention?
It might be Dykstra.
These are all 86 era Mets. Dykstra's not one of them. One of them for sure makes sense because he was a great hitter. This
Hojo?
No, this guy's a way better hitter than anybody else on those Mets teams.
Strawberry.
Nope. I'm talking about hitter. I'm not talking about home run. Keith Hernandez.
Oh, Mex.
To me.
Okay. Yeah.
Is he not the best hitter?
Man. Keith is probably a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Like probably.
I would put him in. Yeah. We've had that conversation.
Dale Murphy.
Yeah.
And then you'd probably put in like a Paul Goldschmidt out of that line as well.
Well, so Hernandez did it in 85. Then the leadoff hitter did it back in the era.
So
the dude who I think he scored. No, he bounced it through Buckner's legs.
Oh, Mookie. Yeah, he's my first base coach.
Mookie had really?
Yeah,
man, generational. It's generational sport. Mookie did it, and then a guy. This guy was also a good hitter. I don't know. I think he may have had like the label of being like going to be a superstar, though. He played, I believe, at Alabama.
Not Greg Jacobs? No, Jeffries?
No,
it's not that.
I think this guy played at Alabama. I know he played in the SEC.
Not Magadan?
Yeah.
I just saw him on a documentary.
Okay.
He's my hitting coach.
Wasn't he supposed to be like a phenom coming out?
I think Dave Magadan got hits at Alabama. I think he might have hit over 400, and he's got a ton of hits in the big leagues. He might have like over 1,500 maybe in that. I have to double check it, but he was really accurate. Didn't hit for quite as much power, but like he got hits.
Freddie Freeman got his 2,500th hit last night. He's going to get 3,000. I mean, it's going to be easy to get to 3,000 for him, probably, as long as he wants to play another 3 or 4 years.
Salute. He'll need health. I mean, because you start thinking about that's 150 times 3.5.
Yeah.
So it's going to take another 4 seasons probably.
Yeah. Well, he's still got half a year this year too.
Yeah. So
he might get another 50 or so this year.
Another 3 after this year. So 3.5 from now. So which golly, 25.
How many? This is what stuck out to me. I watched some of that Dodgers Pirates game. I want to talk about a couple of things from that. How many major league players do you think have had 2,500 hits? We always talk about the 3,000 hit club, and I don't know how many are in that, but this was how many major leaguers have had 2,500 hits?
120.
That's a really good guess. I would have thought more. It's 102. It's even less than 120. 102, only 2,500 hits.
So you start thinking 2,500 hits. That's what is it? 200 hits times
10
like
10
2000
over
like
10
12
years, for a
12
decade.
12 and a half
Yeah.
years. Like, what do you like? And I say that because I never got 200 hits. Now, I was close, and a couple times I kind of pulled the chute late in the season to get ready for the postseason because I had nagging injuries, so probably missed like the last 2 or 3 weeks in some version. But I think my most is maybe 192 with the Mets, and I got a little banged up, and then I grabbed like 188 in Washington. But that's the way I organize it in my brain is like 200 times 12 years. I got 200 0 times.
Ichiro set that all-time hits record when
256.
262.
George Sisler, is that the one he took down?
Not a boy, Sis. 257. That's the 250 number. These are all old school
Ichiro
guys.
while we're out there as you're looking stuff
Yeah.
up. Still shagging balls.
Is
Still
he a
going to
member
get
of
it.
their organization in any way?
Yeah. He comes out. They say he's got a locker. He's got a uniform. One of the guys, the
So
catcher,
he lives in Seattle. He stayed there.
I think he's definitely got a place there.
Now, is he speak more English now? Is he more comfortable? Did you
I didn't
converse
get a
with him?
chance to talk to him. My guess is that if he needs to have a conversation in English, he wants to, he can do it.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot there's a few of those guys that can probably like your boy Shohei. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, here a couple of notes from Dodgers Pirates. I watched the first couple innings till my Braves started. Gave me false hope. By the way, remember we had the whole Shohei conversation when he was hitting $148 or 212 or whatever it was?
What's he up to now?
Over 300.
Is he really?
Yes. I said
this guy is something
he's
special.
hit like 305. And let me go to the other side of the successometer. Are we aware what Paul Skeens has done now for like 5 starts?
Mm-mm.
Now, he was decent last night. He only gave up a couple of runs. But the 5 previous before last night, 4.75 ERA.
Oh, really? He's getting touched.
1-3 record, I think.
Because I remember him from opening day. I haven't followed him much.
Well, he got hot after that for the most
like
part.
a real heater.
But now he's had, I don't mind the opening day, the one-off.
Mm-hmm.
You go 5 starts and you give me a 4.5 ERA. I get a little,
Well, you're the stopper. I mean, and they've been scuffling since then. I see that they're falling in the standings. They're down by the Cubs, probably maybe 8 games back. I think the Brewers right now.
Yeah.
And so you're hopeful that the thing about having a one, like a true ace like that, is when they roll up in their turn and the rotation comes up, you're either stopping something or you're going to keep this energy kind of going. And
you know what? Case in point. Here are the Braves. They're probably not going to have Acuna now for a short amount of time. They're already down Baldwin. They've had other injuries, and they lost the first game of the series. And lo and behold, there's Chris Sale on the mound today. And that's how you're 19-2-1 in series at this point, or whatever the name is.
What is it? Momentum's as good as your next day starting pitcher.
Yeah, and the Braves have not. I haven't looked this up. I don't think they've had a 3-game losing streak.
I heard that they're in series. They're like 20.
Yeah, 19-2-1. Yeah.
I mean, you sleep like a baby doing that. Every flight you take is good. Every road trip feels like it's fun with the boys.
You know what I like about that too? If you're on a team, you're aware of that at some point, aren't you?
Well,
that you're winning series.
Yeah, you're beating. Yeah, you just every time you get on the airplane, you just we just won another one.
Correct me if I'm wrong. When you get to the postseason, how is it formatted? What do you do? What do you play?
Play series.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can there be some?
Oh yeah, you know how to. Yeah,
right?
you can learn how to win a
little
series.
bit of that,
yeah,
right?
they don't all sound the same, but they all rhyme. Kind of that old saying. And so you get it in a 3-game set, but right now the Braves would be in a 5-game set. They'd get the bye, and it's you know how to get through a series. You know what it looks like, and then as well, when you win that many series, that means you have to win individual games, and you'll win them all so differently. So somebody may get up on you 4 or 5 runs, you reel them in, then you run away from somebody, they get back on you, you get them, but then you just run away from them one game. You just got all sorts of different ways to win a ball game.
Yeah, last night was kind of a rare game for the Braves. They had a 4-0 lead, they lost it, they scored they scored in the top of the 10th, and then gave up 2. I will say this about Walt Weiss, and this is part of why this is happening. And Daniel, you can talk about maybe diminishing returns from this strategy. This dude manages like it's Game 6 of the NLCS. I mean, we had Iglesias in for 1+ last night in a June game against the White Sox. Like, he wants to win every game like it's a clincher.
Yeah, I would, and as I hear that, when you talk about how good they are, and especially this lead they've built in the East, if you can do that with like Iglesias in a bullpen arm or stretch someone because you feel more comfortable to give him 2 days.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to work
Get
you
that
here.
win last night.
Yeah,
because I did notice when they closed out the Pirates, he didn't use. I don't think he used Iglesias or Suarez.
Yeah.
He went like Kenley Fuentes,
which tells you the depth of the bullpen.
Yeah.
I remember Tyler Kenley. He was out in Denver. We were out there together.
This this Didier Fuentes, he's got some stuff now.
Yeah.
He's the rookie, and I don't know if he's going to be a starter. This guy is going to play this bullpen role here for a while. He's going to be a really good starter in a couple of years.
Did they bring a left-hander up for Bummer? Because did Bummer get designated for assignment?
I think he got designated when Dylan Lee came off the injured list.
Okay, so that's what it was.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think who they...
Because there's 2 lefties down there.
Yeah, who is the... What am I doing? Who's the second lefty? Is it maybe... They put, well, Dodd comes up and down, and they had the one guy they let go though, and he got picked up.
But there's real depth to the bullpen,
yeah,
real depth to
and
it.
the offense is it's funny. They've had big names underperform offensively the last few years, and Riley's the only one doing that now. But it's like nobody's going crazy, but everybody's hitting 270, 280.
Like Dom Smith comes up, and he's
carried him early. Different guys. Dubon carried him for a while. Michael Harris.
He's having to stay in the lineup, isn't he? Dubon, because the shortstop's back.
And I will say again, he's benched him. I mean, they waited all year for Ha-Seong Kim, and Mateo and Dubon are playing better, and Weiss plays him. I'm not running out the 20 million. And by the way, if they can trade, if somebody can get duped into anything for Ha-Seong Kim, I imagine they trade him. Although the Braves did make one. You can't say they made a mistake. They're winning every game. Be nice to stop Jonah Heim.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that. I mean, now granted that both catchers went down right after they traded him. So, all right, that's just a little bit of the baseball talk. I got more on the table, but let's talk a little Jags and mini camp. And I had a comparison I wanted to know if you would agree with when it comes to like NFL versus MLB. So all that and more for the 9 o'clock hour. What do you guys call it, E?
Mr. Nasty Time.
By the way, I need a check here because suddenly he's hat guy.
How's that hair?
Like
How's that hair going? Did you get a haircut?
I was hoping it was like, did you see Jay-Z at the game the other night? That's what I'm looking for. I ain't getting there.
It'll take a while for it to get like that.
Let me take the hat off.
What's that haircut
That's
situation?
nothing, man.
How much longer you got, E?
3 more weeks.
3 more weeks. What? And the beard? Did you shave it? It looks like it's clear cut.
Well, come in there, you'll see it's raggedy.
Yeah. You better do a lot of growing between now and next week, or Hickens just going to lose his mind. You know what you should do? Like, I think he comes back next Thursday, like Wednesday. Do something fake. Like, put some fake extensions or something in there.
Yeah,
put some great ones. Yeah, just play one on him. All right, we come back with the 9 o'clock hour next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Mr. Rurik. Let me officially welcome you to
1010XL, where we make sports fantasies happen.
Yes! Checkmate.
I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate mascot and cultural ambassador.
Summer is a perfect time to have your garage floor coating installed. With our chemicals drying even faster in the warmer weather, it's a busy time for us, but we can still keep our prices surprisingly affordable.
And with 0% financing available, you can enjoy your floor now and pay for it later.
And Chester can enjoy his fancy British tea that I have to pay for.
I do enjoy a nice Darjeeling, Brendan, and the quality is important.
And at Checkmate, the highest quality is our minimum standard.
On flooring and tea.
Gorgeous garage floors?
Check. Perfect installation?
Check. Easy payment options that make your great new floor affordable? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great.
Checkmate. Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
Homeowners, is your home storm ready? Now during the storm season sale at Renewal by Anderson, you buy one window or door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. There's never been a better time to protect your home before the next storm. But this offer ends June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
When you want to know what's happening in Gainesville, roll with the Gator Report. I'm Joe C. Listen for updates on Florida Gator athletics several times a week on 1010XL. Built by Cash Building Material. Windows and doors done right.
Go, Gator! Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida mean pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Hicken here, and for nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools have been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction. Surfside does it all, man. You ready to float happy? Surfsidepools.net, the place to go. Surfsidepools.net, or you always call them 246-2666, 246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Today's restaurant of the day is Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King. It's White Meat Wednesday, so get the Flame Broiler for $2 off a white regular meat chicken bowl or plate. Available in-store only today at any of the 5 Flame Broiler locations.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by TopDressing.com. The Jags' last season find, Parker Washington, continues to impress his head coach.
For us as coaches, his toolbox of being able to play inside, play outside, run routes at all 3 levels.
Gwinnett opened the series with the win over the Jumbo Shrimp at 5-star. Game 2 is this evening, first pitch 7:05. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:07 and it's 78 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because it's Mr. Nasty Time and it's next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty Time. Oh, Mr. Nasty Time. The nasty time.
I can't get no bad grades.
I love the last one, just in case you didn't get the message by the end. My man's got to come back with one more. Mr. Nasty. Nasty. All right, who you got in the World Cup? You're a soccer guy. Will you watch? No, you're not into it as
I've been
much?
paying a little bit of attention. I've been watching England, just trying to get brushed up on them and the Americans. And so like to see the Americans get into the knockout phase. What trips me out with these Europeans right now, they're melting over here.
Oh,
like
yeah,
these English, they are
That's
melting.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, because and then you think of where these things are, right?
We ain't even gotten warmed up yet
Miami,
around
LA,
here.
It's hot.
We ain't even got warmed up yet.
Oh no, yeah, it's been beautiful.
It's been awesome.
We'll take a trip with the family to the beach every week, and we did it this last weekend. And it's always in the summer, and it's amazing how some years are better. We caught the perfect 4-day window. It was like 80-something degrees. The wind blew off. It was awesome. And to your point, you get them in the middle of one of these football stadiums. Although I guess. Are they playing indoors in Atlanta? Are they playing inside Mercedes, you think?
I feel like they'd have to. Yeah.
Unless they use...
That's where the Atlanta FC club
plays. They probably done it before. Do we like the World Cup indoors? I guess they had to in Qatar, didn't they? Those are probably indoors.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's hot here.
I'd prefer natural grass.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
You know, you need a
I
stadium.
wonder if they even roll it in. No, actually... Wasn't there a story that every field for the World Cup has to be exactly the same, the playing surface, and that because the NFL players were saying, "Well, why don't we have that?" I think that was
because isn't the championships at MetLife? I think.
Yeah, and that's not real grass, is it? Normally,
no. I think
it
it's
will
turf.
be for this for sure.
Okay, really? Well,
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're not playing the World Cup final on turf grass.
I like that.
I say that. You know what?
I hope so.
I have this thing. It's really cool. You should check it out sometimes. It's called
It's called
Google.
Talking about how great the weather is, we get on the Jaguars have to love their spring training in this.
Yeah, that's true too. You know, it'll be a different story when we get back to August. And yeah, you bring up spring training. That's a good segue, because the question I was going to ask you, you know, if you look at the two leagues preseason, it's spring training for baseball. It's exhibition season. It's August for football. But I think for football, the closest thing to spring training is actually these mini camps. Right? You're setting the tone, you're setting the culture, you're learning the parameters, your fundamentals. You're working a lot on fundamentals.
Different schedule too, because what are they probably out at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
when they tip.
Yeah,
and so it's earlier days as well.
So it seems that part, like the Major League Baseball, when you get into the games versus NFL, when you get to the games, they feel like complete different processes. The process in this stage right now feels more like spring training to me.
Yeah,
and you've been on teams that have had turnover. You've been on teams that have brought back a nucleus. Professional sports is professional sports. I would assume if you're a good team, bringing back a nucleus gives you a little bit of extra confidence when you go into a season.
You feel like the foundation is set a little bit more firmly, and then you get more of a running start. So someone like Trevor, anyone's coming back on offense, I don't know, a lot about football, but you have a full year's understanding and last year's camp of this is what we're trying to accomplish. This is how we're trying to attack the defense, and then vice versa on the other side of the ball.
E.T. and I were talking earlier too. Something else about this football team is there's no crisis point. There's no off-season arrest. There's no coaching hot seat. There's no, is our quarterback any good? There's not, there's none of these things that even on good teams, they have these bigger questions. We have probably the small, I get it. I firmly believe that questions about ETN's replacement and the impact on the running game will be a moot point in December. I think the running game will be every bit as effective and efficient as it was a year ago. Is it going to have one individual stat line like ETN produced by himself? Maybe not, but overall, I don't think that will be
production. Yeah, amongst two.
I'm a little more worried about losing Devin Lloyd, and it's only this: is he peaking to a dominant portion of his career, or did he have a career year?
Yeah, I think when I think about Devin Lloyd, you think about the huge plays he made.
That's right.
Just how destructive he was, on defense. And so where's that production going to be made up from?
Right.
And then I wouldn't call it a crisis point, but we got to get after this quarterback.
Yeah.
We got Russ's passer.
But they didn't. I guess point being, they did not get to the passer last year and won 13 games. Now, could they? I will say this. I'll stand by it. I don't know how many pressures they had in the Buffalo game. I know they had 0 sacks. If they had 4 sacks against Josh Allen in that playoff game, they would have won the game. I don't care where they were.
Yeah.
If they had sacked him 3 or 4 times, they would have won. And so that, to me, is the difference between sacks and pressures. Pressures make it hard. Sacks end drives.
End them.
And we're great in pressures, obviously. We were great in turnover margin, but as good as the defense was and the progress they made and their attacking style under Campanile, I'm certainly have more concern about the defensive side of the ball. But I honestly believe this, Daniel. I think they could go out and throw it around, score 30, 40 a game. I think they'll be a top 3 scoring offense in the league. And again, you could point to the O-line and say, well, it was good enough last year to set franchise records and all those. They are going to be better this year. Every player's, like Trevor's numbers last year have, 40,000 yards and 29 passes. May not have the rushing. He's going to throw for 4,500 yards and 40 touchdowns. I think. You look at what Cohen did with Baker Mayfield in Tampa with similar things to work. And now Brenton Strange, the other side of Borkashire, who's a lot of people thought was questionable as a second rounder. It opens Strange up to do downfield things.
Yeah,
while Borkashire takes care of the dirty work.
Much as the dirty work is, losing Brenton was a huge loss for us. He's such a good football player, and I think, as you said, to be able to get him out, stretching and open up the middle of the field more, not quite as much as the dirty work, but man, when he puts a hat on you, you remember it.
When you have who was the leader in your locker room?
Number 5, David Wright.
And first, across the board?
Across the board.
That's who people looked to. That's who people listened to. Does every good team have to have that guy?
Yeah, but they do it differently. So David wasn't overly vocal all the time, but when something needed to be said, he would say
that's what a leader does. So when we talk about locker room leaders, or he's a leader, that's what we mean. It's not just he's your best player.
Yes.
When it is your best player,
it helps.
It's that much more.
It just gives them, your best player is going to have this just built-in kind of trust, of the team and the organization, especially with the way that David worked. Like, you would watch how he went about his business for a spring training game or in the regular seasons. Like, he's always prepared for what he's going to do. So when you know that he speaks, like, you got all these experiences of how well he's been prepared. And so I think of situations like over the course of a year, you may start getting a little close on getting a stretch on time. You know what I mean? It goes from being your 5 minutes early to like 3, and then all of a sudden it's like 20 seconds. And it's like, well, then there may be a punishment type of thing.
Now, let me ask you this. You're good friends with David Wright. Do you think all your teammates from those years would give that same answer?
They got any sense? Yeah. If they were paying attention.
I bring this up because I'm getting a very real sense, despite any cynicism that would have existed even a year ago, that Trevor's kind of that guy here.
Similar type of leaders in my interactions with Trevor too. Like, Trevor, I don't see, not that he's unwilling to get in your face, but it's not going to be how he starts. It's like, we'll almost ease into that. It's almost like, let me bring you aside a little bit, or I may call you out, but in a joking way in the locker room, but of something you're doing. Like, one of David's, I said, it's being late. And so, like, a little story that came out was like, we had a little cattle prod. And so if you were late, you'd get something put over your head and you'd have to like show one of your, the back yourself, and like you get cattle prodded.
Show a cheek.
Yep, give us a cheek. And so that was like just one of the things how we got down in the locker room, and so nobody was late.
How many cattle prods were actually at least placed on butt cheek?
At least 2. And one of them was contested highly because it was a catcher, not the bullpen catcher, but he was catching a bullpen and was late to one of our meetings. So he's kind of needed to be in 2 places at once, sort of thing.
But he got it anyway.
He got it, one of them. Yeah, he got it.
They accepted the cattle prod. Does the cattle prod leave a brand on you? Are you scarred?
A brand. It's like a little zapper.
Okay, it's just a zapper. Okay, I got it. It's more like taking a dog
buzz
collar.
Zapper, yes.
Yeah, okay. So you're not, you can.
Nah, we weren't. Yeah, it wasn't leaving. It's not anything they still have. It's no.
All right, we talked about something in the break, and I want to mention it real quick before we go and come back, and I want to hit on some Major League stuff. But Major League Draft is coming soon. It's an exciting time for so many people. I know your brother coached a team over there at Trinity that's just
state champs,
D1 prospects. Like how many players like off of a team like that get drafted? Like, how many Trinity players will get drafted this year? Or is it a situation where major league teams kind of know who's going to go pro and who's going to go to college, and that affects things?
So what the clubs right now are trying to figure out with the draft eligible players like at Trinity in the area, like we have such good talent here in the area. Bishop Snyder's got some guys that get drafted as well too, is they're trying to figure out how much money do you want, because since there's so few rounds now, there's 20 in relation to 50, when at one point I think there's probably about 60 or 70 of them. They need to know what it's going to take to sign you, and if you don't come to an agreement basically before the draft, they'll let you fall or pass to the end of the draft, or maybe not draft at all. So my brother's team, guys that could get drafted is like what Gage could get drafted, Brady Harris, Jordan Martinez, Parker Lowe, Ethan Wheeler could get drafted. Tyler Ellis could get drafted. Aiden Arnett could get drafted. Like all these guys are good enough to get. Now it's ranged from maybe $300,000, $400,000, all the way up to, I'd say, somewhere in the $2.5 million range, depending.
Will they have? And without being specific or revealing personal, will they have guys that will take the major league route? Do you think, or will all of those D1 signees go off to college baseball?
I think if I said right now, I would say I think that maybe one of them will sign, 1 or 2. I think may end up signing.
And when you go to college, how long do you have to wait until you can be drafted again?
So it's two separate ways. If it's a 4-year school, like say you go to Florida, LSU, like some of these guys are, 3 years on campus, or if you're 21 after your sophomore year, you'll be draft eligible. So like our son, it will be older. Not that I'm thinking about the draft at all, but in his relation, I think he'd be 21 years old as a sophomore.
Okay.
And he'd be draft eligible. So he'd turn 21 like March 31st. He'd be eligible for the draft in July.
I get that in football because of the physicality. That seems like a really dumb dividing line. It should be sophomore year to me. Like,
you think just sophomore?
Yeah, I mean, if one kid's a sophomore and he just turned 21, and I'm 20 years and 8 months.
My first thought was, I wonder if it just made junior college a little bit more appealing and gave them a little bit of a head up of like, here's an opportunity we can offer you that 4-year school doesn't. Because once you go to junior college, if you do that, you are eligible after your freshman
That's
year
what I thought.
and sophomore year.
Yeah,
you can be drafted.
Is that a strategy that prospects will use?
For sure.
Now, what stops a team from like, okay, so say there's a kid who's say there's a guy, a high school kid. He's first round talent. But he asks for an amount of money, then they all say, well, we're not going to do that, blah, blah, they let him go. What's to stop you from, like, circling back in, like, round 5 and just way overpaying him at that stage?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah, because so think of it, each club has a pool of money that they're going to do. And so say they're talking to you and you have a number that's higher than what they're thinking, like, we don't want to pay you that right now. But then as the draft unfolds, maybe a couple of their players on the board get taken that they don't like, and now you end up having this pool money. So what would end up happening? I think a situation when you start seeing probably like rounds 5, 6, and 7. Let's say the slot there is, let's call it 400,000. What the teams will start doing is taking a senior sign, give them a
senior from college,
a senior from college who has no negotiating rights. It's like you could say you're not going to play, and then
there's no floor in the draft, so if they can pay you whatever
you want, whatever you agree to, and so they'll get 1,000, and then that leftover.
They literally pay him $1,000.
Well, I mean, the real payment that is at bats. Okay. That's the payment.
Okay.
Is reps.
I got you. Okay.
It's just
even 5th round, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like should have played better as a junior. I don't know what to tell you. Go play in the big leagues. If you don't like the bushes, hack your way out.
Okay. All right.
But they'll take the savings from that, and then you could use it on a Jordan Martinez or an Aiden Arnett and say, all right, you wanted this much money. We weren't going to do it. But now as the draft is unfolded, we could take the savings from another place and use it in our bonus pool. Say we got $5 million, and now we've saved an extra $400,000.
I imagine most prospects, though, when they tell you that number and make the decision, they're not going to come back in 4 rounds and take a lesser number. They would have just taken a number between those two numbers.
Yeah, they may. Now, things get a little bit more real. Like you think you may want $1.5 million, and somebody comes and offers you like 1.2 or 1.25, and you're like, that's
pretty close.
It's a lot of scratch.
Let me ask you this question: and again, we're not forecasting anything from your son, but as a father of a prospect, would you, and say he's like late first, so in that, what is that, the $2 million range?
Yeah, 2, okay, at least.
Would you encourage a player who's first round ready, $2 million ready? Would you encourage him to take that draft spot and go to the pros, or to go off to a major college program for 2 or 3 years, which seems to be a more common and ultimately productive route? We're seeing a lot of these college kids come out, and it's like they played 2 or 3 years of minor league ball. They're pretty close to ready for the majors.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it back just one kind of question and say, like, what are you aiming at specifically? Like, do you want to be a major league player? Like, that's what you want? Or would you not that you like, or you want to be a major league player, but you really want to go to school? Like, I'd love to go to LSU. I want to experience that. And I think that because the best development is coming in the minor leagues. Just because you're going to play every day.
College baseball has become.
College baseball is awesome. I have enjoyed it, but I don't have to worry about English class. I ain't got to go to journalism class. I ain't got to do nothing. I just playing ball. And even more than that, where it's practices in college, I'm playing a baseball game every day, and I have problems I have to solve every single day.
And it's also more fun to do it that way than practice.
It is. Now, the
More
thing
pressure.
is, even at JU, like the amount of fans that I was able to play at JU was more than I played at my entire my entire
What were you,
season.
12th round pick?
I ended up going to the 13th round.
13th
so right
round.
there. And so
now, were you you were a senior or junior?
Junior sign. So I ended up getting 50.
Now, why wouldn't you come? Was that a tough decision for you?
I wanted to be a pro. I'd had enough. I'd had enough English class.
And did you? What if you thought? Did you think at the time that you could, if you had, could you have played your way up higher enough that it would have affected your decision?
I could have played my way into a higher draft. There was almost
you lose all your
no
negotiating.
way I was going to play myself into more money. Like the senior signs that get more than $1,000 are like famous people, like
Is that
Matt
right?
Laporta
So that's really
type
what
stuff. It's
happens.
just
They
the way
give
it
a
goes.
senior $1,000. So if you got any, you better not wait till after your senior year.
If you're looking to get as much money as you can,
unless you get so good that you're a first rounder.
you'd
That
have
would
to be like a Matt Laporta out of University of Florida. He went probably 7th overall and got his probably $1.5 million, because at that point it becomes you want the player so bad. At a certain point, these senior signs, and this is nothing personal to them, they all look the same. So like I need players to fill our rosters. You still may play in the big leagues because we're taking you here, but I don't have to spend the money on you.
If they get you say that you're talking about signing bonus. There's obviously a contract that goes along.
Yeah,
with that.
you sign a 6-year deal.
A 6-year deal.
Yeah, and then
what is a 5th rounder? What is his yearly number?
Reps. What, like money he gets? I don't know, making $1,500 a month or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
You
got to live in the offseason. Are there guys that literally get jobs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get jobs, not a record. I didn't do it, but I was on my way. If I hadn't
On your
played in the, I was going to have to get a gig.
Wow. So you got there just in time. Good
Just
for
in
you.
time.
You deserve it,
There
man.
you
Good
go.
things
Timed
happen
it
to good people.
timed
Well,
it perfectly.
I got Major League questions for you when we return. We are immersed in the Daniel Murphy Power Hour.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Turn your afternoon into an adventure with Hayes Carline.
Who am I kidding? I'm not some adventurer.
Weekdays on The Frangie Show.
I'm not actually brave.
On 1010XL.
You're cuter than I thought.
Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why we are North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes in our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Men's Health Month, and Ackerman Urology reminds you that early detection matters for prostate health. If you're over 40, now's the time to get checked. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. So don't wait. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Hey, you want to know one big reason why I've survived 40 years on local TV? Not my good looks, but my good-looking suits, shirts, and ties, thanks to Oceanside Cleaners, the very best, the major leagues. Creme de la creme in cleaning. What do you mean, Nick? Listen up. They dominate the industry. They make it so easy with free pickup and delivery at your home or business. Just check with them. They'll tell you where they can come. Sometimes you may want to drop it off on the south side or in Ponte Vedra, and guess what? They still deliver them back to your home, and they'll send you text reminders. Talk about saving time. You can always use their service kiosk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in Ponte Vedra and on Southside Boulevard. Man, Michael P. Harris and the family have been doing this for 35 years. This is a family affair, and they love it. Their life, it's their life. It means something to them. It means something to you. It means stability and success. They know how to clean. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and don't get me started on their award-winning bridal gown preservation. They're Oceanside Cleaners, 2 locations to serve you. Jacksonville off Southside Boulevard and in Ponte Vedra. Oceanside Cleaners, we just don't clean. We care.
The season doesn't start in September. It starts now.
Follow organized team activities.
Kept healthy by DEXA Fit Jacksonville and Cash Building Material. Roll through the off-season with AA Automotive on Richard Street at 1010XL.
Summer break means the kids are home and your plumbing is working overtime. If something's acting up and backing up, call Duck Duck Rooter. We've got years of experience and honest pricing that's as straightforward as our fixes. With the Summer Splash Plumbing promotion, receive 1 free drain cleaning with any plumbing repair of $500 or more. Fix what's wrong, clear what's clogged, and get back to enjoying your summer.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Prosser here. Get those boats ready. The Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout presented by Yellowfin is almost here. Coming up Saturday, June 13th. Just go to oldschoolkingfish.com to find out more. The grand prize, a 21-foot Yellowfin hybrid boat worth $130,000. And with limited boundaries, no live bait buying, and no checkout, it's seriously old school fishing. That's why we call it the Old School Kingfish Tournament. Here's how you do it. Go online, sign up. You become part of what's always a terrific tournament. It's Old School Kingfish Shootout. oldschoolkingfish.com.
Soccer fans, Michelob Ultra is going to pay somebody $90,000 to go to the FIFA World Cup 2026 final and bring the Superior Player of the Match trophy. Yes, I'm being serious right now. It's got some weight to it. This is the real thing, people. Michelob Ultra, $90,000. FIFA World Cup 2026 final. You watch the match, you get the honor of carrying the Superior Player of the Match trophy. That's a soccer fan's dream come true.
Enjoy the beautiful game with a cold Michelob Ultra, the official beer of World Cup 2026.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Daly's is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Daly's. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Daly's is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Daly's. Daly's is made fresh, it's made local, and Daly's is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I mean, that's going to get into some more baseball talk with Daniel Murphy in the Murphy Power Hour, but I mentioned this. I wanted to look. We were wondering about the playing surfaces for the World Cup because there are some indoor stadiums. Let's see, natural grass and hybrid. FIFA requires natural grass. In domed or retractable roof venues, managers have installed specialized grow lights to ensure the grass thrives without sunlight.
There we go. Welcome to the West.
Groundskeepers use specific seed blends optimized for local climate, yada, yada, yada. That doesn't matter. Yeah. The question, the question is, how do you convert like inside the Georgia Dome to natural grass? Do you wheel it? Like I can remember back when the Phoenix Stadium first opened, they wheeled in a
like
natural
one would
turf.
come off and the other one could come in. I think they do that at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium over in. I think that used to have a retractable playing surface as well. For closed roof or dome stadiums like AT&T, natural light cannot reach the field. Venues bring in massive wheeled LED and UV grow light rigs to keep the grass healthy. So yeah, they're all playing on the exact same. Like your science experiment project from 8th grade.
And I think the NFL players have a point.
Mm-hmm.
This should be the NFL standard. Now, this same thing, if you're indoor, they should have to wheel in the grow light so that we can all play on the same thing.
It can't be a lack of money why they're not doing it.
And that is for doggone sure. There's no doubt at all about that. Who gave you the most hell as a player? Did you have who was like did any fan base hate Daniel Murphy?
Oh no, I don't.
You were
think
kind
they
of
hated me.
yeah. Like, who'd you get the most grief from?
It probably ended up being the Mets on the way back.
Well,
sincerely, like it was. Yeah, they gave it to me pretty good. Like I got a really good cheering. And then Sandy Alderson, who was the general manager at the time, did like a little tribute video. It's like 30 seconds or so. And so this would have been 16 after we had gone to the World Series in 15. But after that, they booed me.
Have you ever, like, when you say they booed me? Maybe when you came up, they booed. Like, have you ever been like batted and they booed you the whole time, or they chanted your name? Have you ever been in like one of those situations?
Not one of those. Not like a Bryce Harper situation or a David situation. Like those are for the ringers.
Because I saw you weren't polarizing enough either. That's fair.
Kind of fly under the radar.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah. I mean, like Jazz Chisholm would be the opposite of you.
I wouldn't consider Jazz Chisholm flying under the radar.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, polarization-wise, he would be up there.
Just short of those 50 homers right now. On his way, though.
He had an interesting deal last night, though. He was at bat against the Guardians as they cheered overrated, chanted overrated, and he hit one about 360. Yankees went 3-2.
There you go. They were. I remember Christy Mathewson used to say, and he said it in his book, that a player can handle outside noise that's just kind of buzzing, but if it was something over and over again, like, you know what I mean, like overrated, like that we paid attention to, because you couldn't not when
that's
they would
what
like in unison, sort of thing, like that would get frustrating.
He's done this on his last 2 home runs too. He's one of these dudes. I think you've talked about this before, but he's using Aaron Judge's bat.
Okay, yeah.
Judge is not a big dude.
No, but I mean he's bigger than Mel Ott, and I bet Mel Ott's bat was bigger than
Have you
Judge's.
seen the dude on YouTube, the bat guy? Do you know who that is? There's a bat guy, so he's always testing out bats, and he got.
Oh, I think I might have seen.
He got like Babe Ruth's bat and Honus Wagner's, like all these different bats, and even the little dudes back in. I guess they all choked up too.
Some of them would.
But we're talking like 40-ounce bats, just
like
great.
35, 42s. Like
I think like somebody may have had a 45-ounce bat. Is that right?
I can see that Ruth would have swung something like that, and then before him too. And I was reading The Glory of Their Times. what is it? John Myers was the catcher for Mathewson. And as the guy is interviewing him, he goes, Babe Ruth's bat's over there. He's like, really? And he goes, my bat's too. And he goes, he picks it up. He goes, yours is heavy. He goes, oh, yeah, heavier than Ruth's.
Who was that?
So John Myers.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a Native American catcher.
Oh,
And
I
so,
thought he was a catcher. That sounded familiar.
John Myers.
And he swung a bat that big, huh?
Yeah.
Jack Caggs had 2 homers last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was his second multi-homer game. He's up to 8 on the year. Big, strong kid. We got a lot of big, strong lefties in the league right now. You got Kurtz out in Oakland.
Yeah.
The Yankees have a young guy who had a home run last night. Big, strong looking.
It might be Spencer Jones.
Yes.
He's a monster.
Big, strong. You know, obviously Ohtani is a big, strong guy. We got some big, strong, imposing left-handers right now. I was watching the Phillies. I was bouncing around baseball last night. You got to know your market. You got to know who your guest is the next day. I was watching a little bit of the Phillies Blue Jays. I may have seen. I felt like Dylan Cease, like strike 1, strike 2, strike 3 next, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3 next, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3 next. I've never been as big on Dylan Cease, I guess, as I should be. Like he's always been in the Braves. He's always been like a Braves target around a few trade deadlines and this and that. But 6 innings last night against the I guess I was right. 11 strikeouts last night against the Phillies.
That would be strike 1, strike 2, strike 3.
Yeah.
11 punch
2.9 ERA. The Blue Jays overall have struggled, but he
may have just come back off the shelf.
Did he?
I think Cease. Yeah, they got guys coming back. Cease, Scherzer, Bieber.
All right, let me ask you about 4 struggling teams, and you tell me who's done. And I'm not going to mention the Mets have fallen so far. I'm not going to include them in teams that you thought at this point they're not even the teams you thought would contend and aren't.
They look cooked.
Yeah, I'm not going to include them, but let me give you some others that, like the Mets, that had similar expectations, including this team that invested some in free agency, the Red Sox.
Cooked.
They're 12.5 back. They're 27-30.
The Red Sox right now are looking for a right-handed bat, maybe along the lines of Alex Bregman that they were unwilling to sign in the offseason. And the other aside to that is it sounds like Buster Olney reported that ownership is talking to other owners right now, telling them they're willing to take on money to get a right-handed bat. They're cooked.
Astros, 31-38.
I think they'll be all right.
5.5 back.
They're not out of it.
Yeah.
They're not out of it. And as you're doing this right now, and just a thought in your head, I know I send you a couple different directions, but like the Red Sox would consider themselves buyers right now because the American League is so stinky. I think they're only 3 or 4 games out of the last wild card spot. My thought is, if the Red Sox and teams like that are buyers, what on earth is there to buy? Who's selling? You know what I mean? Like, what are we purchasing out here? But yeah, so I think the Astros, and they won't rebuild. I think their owners said that.
That
so
Yordan Alvarez is underrated.
If you were going to move that, he would
that
pull
guy
back
that he's underrated, and which is hard to be when you're the best slugger on a really dominant team for the last 5 years. But maybe that's my opinion, but I don't feel like he ever gets included in the conversation.
Health hurts him a little bit because he usually takes a vacation.
Man, he's a
this
hitter.
year. Oh, when you stick him in the middle of the lineup, it's just a force that you have to work around.
All right, we're gonna skip by the Mets, and I'm gonna mention 2 teams that even this year at one point were in really good shape.
Got to be Cubs. Got to be one of
them.
them.
Cubs are one of them. Cubs. Eight back, tied with the Pirates. The Cardinals, can they keep up the pace? They're the ones that are hot.
I saw the Cardinals last night, and they looked good. Now, they were playing the Mets. Again, it comes back to, like, they'll be in it in the deadline to make additions. And so I think with the Cardinals, they'll stay in it.
So Cubs aren't dead?
I don't think they're dead, but you got to be really concerned. They've had the 2 10-game winning streaks, but they've also they lost like 11 in a row, and I think they've lost 16 out of their last, maybe 17 out of their last 22.
Something like that.
Like it's a bad stretch right now.
I got another team real similar, and they started red hot. In fact, I think they beat the Dodgers and took a game lead in this division, but the Padres are reeling, man, and they've lost 8 of their last 10. They're 8.5 back now in the West.
Machado's coming out saying
too much
we need
talent,
to
right?
get rid of these stats.
Are they dead?
I don't. Not cooked in the wild card, but their offense has just been so poor. Like Machado's having his worst year by a stretch, like a good margin. I think
the Padres have scored the fewest runs in the National League.
Yeah, they don't
and that's
score.
All of them. All the teams they've scored. The Mets have scored 15 more runs than the Padres. All right, let's take a quick
15.
break. That's Murphy Power Hour. That's the good stuff. Back with more next.
The drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. The lead is your path to the weekend.
Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline and NFL columnist Ryan O'Halloran.
Fridays from 4 to 6 on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Joe C. Wingstop just dropped the boneless meal deal for two. 20 boneless wings, choice of 4 flavors, a large fry, and 2 dips. All for only $16.99. Limited time. And while you're crushing that deal, get in the Club Wingstop loyalty program. 10 points for every single dollar you spend. Sign up now at 1010xl.com/Wingstop. I'm locked in. You need to be too. Wingstop, baby. Get the deal and get in the club. Bonus meal deal for 2 and Club Wingstop. Limited time only at Wingstop.
Hi, I'm Blake Bortles. People know I've always said if I wasn't playing football, I'd probably be on a construction site. So Next Gen Roofing finally let me live the dream.
Blake, why are you wearing a red practice jersey?
Always worn it for safety.
Right. Well, around here, the red jersey means you're the new guy. So you're in charge of garbage cleanup.
Perfect. I love garbage time. Always excelled in it.
It's not exactly what I meant.
Good thing Next Gen Roofing has real pros handling everything from family homes to large commercial buildings. Next Gen, teamed up with you.
Teamed up with you.
Hey, gang, Hickett here. Call me Dreamfinders Danny. Man, look what Dreamfinders is doing again. They do it all the time. An amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right. 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. What do? You go to dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. If you're a first-time homeowner, man, contact the folks there. They'll work with you. I promise. Check them out. The homes are beautiful. You'll find them all over Jacksonville. 15 different locations, I believe.
15 of them things.
Thank you, E. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
When my dad tore his meniscus skiing, he was told that surgery was the only fix. But surgery meant giving up his hobbies, so we went to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. They specialize in non-invasive treatments that get you back to fighting shape. My dad got a platelet-rich plasma, or PRP, injection. It took a fraction of the time to heal, and now he's back to doing what he loves.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $5,000 per ounce, and silver is over $100 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold and silver for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, pal. Where have you been?
Out on the town, every night.
Way to go, Tiger.
Well, it's a bit of a mystery, Jason. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm getting all these Visa gift cards in the mail. I'm spending them as fast as I can, but...
Wait, you're getting random gift cards in the mail?
$25, $100. I'm buying drinks, I'm buying dinner. I don't think I'm cut out to be a social butterfly, Jason.
Pal, those are from our Bueller Air and Plumbing referral program.
They are?
Yeah. If you recommend Bueller Air and Plumbing to a friend or family member and they book us for a service call, we send you a $25 Visa gift card as a thank you. And if we install a new system, we send a $100 gift card.
So if I take a girl out and tell her about Bueller, I might get enough to take another girl out and tell her about Bueller?
I mean, it's not the worst idea you've had.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
I think I will give my golden moment to a sport we don't talk a whole lot about, but man, it's the company you keep in this case. The Carolina Hurricanes tied the Stanley Cup Finals last night at 2 games apiece. And Carolina Hurricanes have an athlete on their team. Most of you probably haven't even heard of. His name's Jordan Stahl. He's a very good player. He's an all-star. He's a captain on that team. But now through 4 games, he has 5 goals in the first 4 games of the Stanley Cup Finals, which doesn't mean a lot to me as a non-hockey fan until I see the only 2 other guys in the history of the league that have had 5 goals through the first 4 games of the finals. And those 2 guys are Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. I mean,
small company.
That's small company, man. That was like that stat we had with A.J. Brown, the guys who their first 7 years have reached these, and it's Jerry Rice and, like the best, like the top level. So, the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs tied at 2 games apiece. That's not so golden, but Jordan Stahl deserves a little notoriety. 5 in 4 in the first 4 finals games. Only Mario Lemieux and the great Wayne Gretzky have done that. Give me the New York athlete perspective on just what the atmosphere is like up there for the Knicks, who seem to catch the city's excitement, maybe because it's a smaller building, maybe more than any other, including the Yankees, any other.
Almost with the way the energy is confined in an enclosed stadium. And then I was thinking, in 15, we were in this situation, the Knicks reversed. So we end up winning game 3 and we're down 2-1. So like this game 4 is like, it ends up being the series. It feels like, if the Knicks go up 3-1, you're like, it feels.
And if they lose and
now
2-2, you start thinking about ghosts.
Now it's on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, ghosts. I helped the Royals get to 3-1 because we were right there to make it 2-2 in game 4.
You always short sell yourself. Just stop it. You hit home runs in 6-7 straight games those postseason. Let's not give away World Series.
But as you were talking about for like the energy up there. Like you could definitely, I think, you can feel it. And then I was listening to baseball and Joel Sherman. He was saying that the city felt a little bit sad the day after the loss. He was walking the city a little bit, and it's probably the first time they've lost in like 5 weeks. I feel like
more since
April something.
It was 6 weeks. I think it was 46 days. I think since they last lost a basketball game. Here's a problem with the NBA. If you look at regular season, especially. But a lot of times when a team, and this happens in all sports, baseball, you'll see this team will win 16 out of 17 and then, lose 6 out of 8. Or they'll win 14 in a row, they'll lose 3 in a row. And you can't afford that now. Right? You get that first taste of losing, you better get it out of your mouth real quick. Wembanyama, by the way, it was up in the air whether he would have a flagrant foul called on him for that push to the face on Jalen Brunson the other night. That was not handed down. So nothing on his record there. The road team has won the first 3 games. Of the finals. It's only the 3rd time that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And the road team has never won 4 straight in the finals.
Really? Well, that makes me think of what the Nats won the World Series in 19. The road team won every game in that series, which is wild to think. Howie Kendrick hero, game 7.
You know what I think also feeds, and I'm not from New York, so I don't want to speak on from some expert status. It feels to me, though, with all things being equal, if the Mets, Yankees, Knicks, Rangers, Islanders, Nets, throw them all in, that maybe the most popular team is the Knicks. And the reason is Mets fans and Yankees fans are both Knicks fans.
Yeah.
Whereas if the Yankees are really good, you still got half a city of baseball fans like, screw the Yankees.
Yeah, I want to see them lose.
Or they're down, right? Whereas if the basketball team gets, and the Giants, Jets, same thing, they're split. So all the Giant fan and Jet fan, all the Yankee fan and Met fan, they're all on board the Knicks for the most part. And so that probably feeds.
Well, perfect example, like Hickens, a Mets fan. You know what I mean? I got my buddy Alex Martinez, a Yankees fans, and they're both Knicks right now. They're both just keyed in on this. Let's go win game 4.
So it almost feels like that if all things being equal, and if they're popular, the Knicks may be the most popular team in the city.
Yeah, I would say so. They probably have the largest fan base.
Yeah, because they get them all.
At least within the city.
Yeah, because, the Brooklyn Nets aren't even, that's New Jersey.
Yeah.
I wonder how many, what the disparity, like if you broke down disparity between Rangers, Islanders, Mets, Yankees, Giants, Jets, and then Knicks, Nets.
Oh, they'd
be way more out of whack for Knicks, Nets than anything else. All right, my brother, have a good week. You with us next week? You around?
No, I may. I don't know. I may call in. We're heading up to Cooperstown.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That'll be a great trip.
All you youth baseball families out there who are doing summer trips, you're doing the Lord's work. We're doing ours. Heading up to Cooperstown.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Enjoy that family time. There's nothing like it, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, or 3 or 4, or whenever you're back and
catch you
and raring to go. All right, that's the Murphy Power Hour. Back to put a wrap on it next. You're listening to The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hacker here for Cornerstone Interior Solutions. If your AC is working overtime every summer, your insulation may be the problem. Homeowners and builders across Northeast Florida are calling Cornerstone to upgrade to spray foam insulation. It seals homes, crawl spaces, garages, blocking in cool air and blocking out heat. So your home stays cooler, your system runs easier, and your energy bills stay under control. Don't wait for peak heat. Visit CornerstoneInteriorSolutions.com.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jax Beach. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com. Frank Frangie here with Coach Delaney from Coil Fencing. You've been building winning teams at Fletcher for years. How does that correlate with installing fences here in Northeast Florida?
Well, Frank, at Coil Fencing, we like to take the coach approach. Implement a game plan and execute it on the field. That's been our winning recipe for 99 years.
And you tackle more than fences, right?
Absolutely. We also service and install automatic gates, perfect for multifamily communities, your business, or residents.
The best defense is a good offense. Visit CoilJax.com. That's COYLE Jax.com.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Attention golfers. The all-new Back 9 Golf Lakewood is now open with free hour demos, discounts on founding memberships, 24-hour access, and you can even bring your own food and drinks. University in San Jose. Back 9 Golf Lakewood.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back. We were talking about the World Cup and when it starts. It actually starts tomorrow, so it's World Cup go time. It's also Jaguars mini camp go time, and Jaguars Today is built for it. Mike Dempsey joins us right now with the visions.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Mike will play through the distractions of the excitement of the looming Game 4 tonight.
Yes.
That's where your idle mind goes.
Compartmentalized, bro. It's like, that's 8:30 tonight. I got Yankees at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
We're going to watch.
Fun day.
We're watching Minority Report today. My son loves movies.
Sounds like you got a fun day. Okay. Here's what you do when you have an 8:30 tip. You do whatever you can to fill the day up so the game can get there quick.
Yeah, a nap might be in there.
Okay.
As well.
All right.
I'm a great napper, one of the great nappers of all time.
Good work if you can get it. I'm
Yes,
not
it
a good
is.
napper. My wife is also an incredible first ballot Hall of Fame nap. If there was a napping Hall of Fame, she'd be first ballot.
Instead of sleeping last night, I think I took like 12 naps because for the first time in my life, I told E I had a crazy dream the other day. I'm on some medication that's making me have some vivid dreams.
On the Keef.
And well, that's what, the Keef, the Kush, whatever. But
same thing.
But I told E about this dream I had of he and I hosting a show together and all the crazy stuff that went on. But last night, I had a series of dreams where I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, that was just a dream. And then I'd fall back asleep and I would pick up where the dream left off.
I've done that before.
I mean, this went on like 8 different times throughout the night. It was crazy.
I've done, and it shoots back that they tell you, right? Have you ever had these? You've been told that the dreams they last like a flicker of a second or that nonsense. That proves that wrong because I'm like you. I've done that before too. I've been having a dream that I'll wake up and I'll like intentionally jump back into the plot.
Well, I one time I did think, I wonder if I could go back into this and pick up where I left off. And I did.
Yeah.
And like all night, though, I would wake up like, because there were some things going on. I was being chased by the cops. There,
wow.
A whole lot of things were happening.
Hey,
here.
E, how do you take that? The first dream you make, y'all getting chased by the cops.
No, that wasn't the E dream.
Okay,
this is a different one. But anyway, it was.
Wow.
It was crazy.
It's a series of naps. I hate when that happens to me sometimes because I'm not a napper, but every once in a while I'll make the mistake of like falling asleep at like 5 and waking up at like 10:30. Which is
for you, that would be bad.
Well, and that's like my normal sleep amount of time, 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah.
So and then I'm not getting up at 10:30, obviously, and then I do what you did. I sleep for a half hour, wake up for 10 minutes, sleep for 45.
I'm a guy who'll nap for 2 hours and then sleep for 4 at night sometimes.
Yeah, I don't nap.
I'm sure it's not good for me.
What happens to me if I nap? I'm screwed. I'm up till 10, 11 o'clock. And then then you have to nap every day because now you're caught in the cycle. But this has nothing to do with the Jags and minicamp, which is underway. So,
which I did not go out to. I typically would be out there at least for the first hour of minicamp. But with the arm on the mend, I felt it best.
What'd
to
you
get
do
in
to
studio.
yourself anyway?
It's just wear and tear. I had a torn labrum. They had to reattach my bicep.
All kinds of stuff.
Drain a cyst that was sitting on a nerve for,
you should feel better.
Whole reconstruction, basically. Dr. Kevin Kaplan, thank you very much.
Okay.
Anyway, today we're going to hear from Liam Cohen, Grant Udinski, Robert Hainsey, talking minicamp, talking Jags, wide receiver position in the spotlight today.
Well, and probably will be for much of 2026. Jaguars today is coming up next. We are so glad you spent your morning with us. We will see you tomorrow.